How's it going, everyone? Data here, and welcome to episode 2 of our live franchise mode series here on MLB The Show 23 with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Apologies with a couple of technical difficulties to get started here. I had to do a couple streams. It wasn't working in the first part. And then on top of that, a little bit later than usual. Apologies for that. Here, wishing you all a wonderful long Easter weekend, a happy Good Friday to everyone. As always, if you're watching after we've already gone live, you can check in, well, you can speed ahead up until the 5-minute mark up in the top left corner. That's when we will get started. But we're looking good here in Pittsburgh. We're 9-6 to start the season. MVP Landon, get in here, gentlemen. Good to hear from you. Thank you for joining us tonight. As always, when I'm streaming off the PlayStation, it takes a little longer to get things going because I'm not streaming from the computer where I can have everything ready to go beforehand, thumbnail, description, all that. So I try to speed run through it. Vinny, welcome. I don't think I saw Vinny or Landon last time. RJ as well. I don't think we were in here last time. Great to see you in here. It's an absolute pleasure to have you in here on this wonderful Friday evening. Friday's been nice. It's been a nice long weekend. No work yesterday, actually. The ice storms in Montreal, with a lot of half the island without electricity, kept me home. Then we have the nice long weekend here. So it's day 2 of a 5-day weekend for me. So it's been a nice, enjoyable time. Perfect, Landon, RJ. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm the same way, RJ. I wasn't a big MLB guy before 2BC actually did his MLB series, and that's what got me into it. So I hope I can kind of do the same thing for you. Rocky Mountain Russian. Narf, great to see you, buddy. I know we're not doing the Rockies, but I hope that you've been enjoying otherwise as well. No kidding, 3 days, Vinny. Hope that comes back soon for you. Today, lovely. Perfect, exactly what I wanted to hear. So we'll get started at the 5-minute mark, so just about 3 minutes until we'll get fully started. There was a second stream that was going. It was a bit of a brouhaha for a second there. Last night we were live as well on the channel. It was myself versus Old Man Sports, Pat. We had a nice little head-to-head. He's 100 times better than I am, but it was a nice little Q&A on the channel as well, on top of me getting slapped around in MLB The Show. So that was a fun time last night. And tonight we'll continue where we will possibly have the first overall pick in the draft, and continuing on in this season where we're not horrible. We're not horrible, you know, we're 9-6. We were supposed to be well below 500. There's still a ton of baseball left to be played, so I'm not going to go ahead and say that we're going to be making the postseason just yet. But it's been an okay start. I will call it that, an okay start. Jack Dabrowskiego. No worries. I'm actually the one who was late. I only got started around 8:15 as opposed to the usual 8 o'clock. But we'll get started in just 2 minutes from now, so we're doing all right. I'm doing all right. I hope you're doing the same as well. I was just mentioning earlier, it's day 2 of a 5-day weekend for me, so I've been enjoying. As always, doing the last little things. I'll send it out on Twitter, and then we'll go ahead and start getting. We'll do a lot of scouting in the first half of this episode, followed by the draft, and moving into the further half of the season. I'll go ahead and pull up the roster, the lineup for you at the moment. Here's how we've been looking. Hobbsy on board. There we go. Now we have one of the higher baseball authorities in the stream. Good to see you, buddy. Here's how the lineup's been looking. G-Man Choi's been doing really well. O'Neal Cruz and Andrew McCutchen are on fire at the moment. Cold streak, though, for Ke'Bryan Hayes. We were mentioning in the last episode, maybe we don't leave him as the leadoff guy, batting 175. Only through 15 games, but still. Send that out on Twitter. There we go. So keep that in consideration. It was just a minute away from getting started now. A few things to consider in this one, as well as who we're going to be drafting with the potential of the first overall pick, depending on what happens in the draft lottery. Yeah, Hayes at a 175 is not ideal. So Ke'Bryan Hayes does have high contact, especially against lefties. He's always our leadoff guy against righties and lefties. I might just leave him against lefties, and maybe against righties we try somebody else. Because Brian Reynolds has his power is too good. Maybe O'Neal Cruz. He has high power as well, though. It's not like a leadoff guy has to not have good power. On paper, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Maybe even Plawecki. Kevin Plawecki. Maybe with 67 contact against righties. Our catcher, maybe he's leadoff. Reynolds and Cruz have both been doing quite well. O'Neal Cruz, 263 with 4 home runs through 15 games. And Reynolds has a 352 average. He's been doing incredibly, but 354 for Andrew McCutchen. So here we are around the 5-minute mark. We're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to all of you who have joined in on the stream this evening, and to those of you watching after the fact or throughout the evening coming in and out. We do, I know, like, it's tempting. We'd want to say Kevin Plawecki maybe as leadoff, but Henry Davis, I want him to be getting more at-bats as well. One of our top prospects, former first overall pick on the team here as well. Maybe he becomes our full-time catcher, and Plawecki's the one who takes the back seat, kind of. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But against righties, at the very least, let's get Plawecki in there. And let's get Hoyt Yamashita can go at the bottom here. Brian Hayes can bat 6th. Let's try that. And then righties, no DH. It'll be the same story. And switch. Yamashita's on the bench. Yeah, he's on the bench for this. No, he's always playing. He's always playing. Oh, no, he's here. O'Neal Cruz. Why? He's not playing against lefties. Really? Because with his 29 contact? I guess that kind of makes sense, but still. Ji-Hwan Bae has been in here instead. But I would think O'Neal Cruz, he has to get better. We have to give, this is the year where you got to get better. I love Ji-Hwan Bae. Sorry, not Ji-Man Choi. I love Ji-Hwan Bae, but I want to, who's that shortstop? Oh, it is Ji-Man Choi. Ji-Man Choi, is that short? What? Was that actually accurate? So, yeah, there you go. I love G-Man. He's a great... He had that big Grand Slam, I believe, last episode. But we got to get O'Neal Cruz in the lineup. Maybe against lefties, we'll put him further down in the lineup. Let's get Henry Davis up here, batting 368. Let's get him up here. Why not? Let's have him batting 2nd. O'Neal Cruz can go 6th, perhaps? Let's try that. Cruz, Joe, Castro. Cruz... Joe Castro, Yamashita DHing against lefties, I suppose. Then Cabrine, who was our leadoff, we said? Against left? No, we're going to leave Cabrine. We'll leave Cabrine as leadoff against lefties. It's Santana. He has the 74 contact. Reynolds, McCutchen, Castro, 68. O'Neal. No, O'Neal against lefties can stay there. Yeah, I suppose this could be our lineup. I suppose this is okay for lefties. It'll change with injuries and stuff like that, but we'll leave it like this for the moment as we continue to simulate here. It would be cool if we took a look at Cannon Smith in Jigba because his brother Jackson went to my high school. No kidding! What? Where is he in our organization? We saw him last... There he is. There he is. Kanan, yeah. There he is. He's in AAA right now. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. He's deep potential, 59 overall, 23 years of age. He is in AAA. He's batting 300 through 50 at-bats, so he's doing okay. He's hot, so that's cool to see. No kidding. His brother Jackson went to your high school. That's cool stuff, Landon. That's cool stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, as we get started now, we took care of that. And Jack Sawinski, that's why he's also in the IL at the moment. As we start going here into the continuation of simulation, we'll wait. We'll get the season started. We'll get some drafting going. We'll wait till we have a larger sample size. Then we'll start thinking about some trades going on. We're coming off of 3 consecutive losses, unfortunately. Corey Crawford went to your high school? No kidding. I had an NBA player who had a cup of coffee with the Miami Heat to go to my high school. So we were looking really good at the start of the season. We were stringing together a lot of wins. We were on, a 5-6 game winning streak at the start of the season? 4 or 5. Yeah, we were on a 6-game winning streak to start the season. We were 6-0. Since then, we've been 3-6. But we're going to wrap up this series against the Cardinals, where we're 0-3 right now. Then we'll have the Rockies, the Reds, the Dodgers, the Nationals, Rays, Blue Jays, blah, blah, blah. And we'll continue to touch upon the drafting, the scouting, as we may have the first overall pick. And we definitely want to consider getting Kelly, buddy, going well, buddy, and Mason in here. Thank you, everyone, for stopping by and saying hello. Kelly, I don't know if you saw last night at all with Pat, but it was Star Trek references galore. And Mason, appreciate the love on the NHL. Franchise mode coming soon. Next episode, the 2030-31 season, either for Monday or Tuesday. So when we draft, I think that we want to be looking into first base or starting pitcher, most importantly. As we look at our roster here, first base after Santana, Choi. We have some older players in here. In a few years, people are going to be saying Data 72 went to their high school. One of these days, Walter. Can't recall any famous people going to his high school. Hobbsy can't. And Landon says, Kanan went to my rival high school, I guess, because they're better at baseball, and Jackson went to mine because they're better at football. That's interesting. That's very interesting. So I would think at the draft, we're targeting first base and starting pitcher. because we don't really have much in our organization for that. We have no A potential pitchers aside from Rich Hill, who's 43, doesn't count. So I think starting pitcher / first base would be what we look at. I'm going to go ahead and remove all these assignments. So for this assignment here, date on Sunday. Look, and movie super... Hey, RJ, look at you. As a former employee of a movie theater, I wish you all the absolute best. Famous baller went to my high school, but I don't want to get my... no worries, Dabrowski-Ego, no worries. As long as you just give us what kind of tier is that player in, maybe. So we'll go ahead and do Discovery, Scout Position. Let's go and look at First Base International. Let's do First Base West, First Base... And I'm sorry, I'm not sure what S tier is actually. I'm kind of afraid to say it, but I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. I'm not hip enough to the cool. Is that high? Is that low? So we'll do First Base International, West, Central. We'll just get some general scouting done at first base. We already did it for starting pitching, and then we can start scouting individual players. Let's do that next week. So here we go. Let's start off with a slow sim game against the Cardinals. We're 2 games behind them, and we just lost 3 games in a row. So let's go ahead and play this next game, and we'll do... It's Eichhoff versus Montgomery. We'll go to Quick Manage. Let's go into this one quickly at Busch Stadium. We're not state who. No, don't worry about that. No one's going to push you for that one. All right, so here we go. Brian Hayes, I'm trusting you to be leadoff, continuing to be leadoff against right-handed pitching. Swing, ground out. Santana walks, getting on base. There we go. There we go. 2-run bomb from Brian Reynolds. Okay, thank you very much. McCutcheon pops up, and Castro strikes out. Great start to this one, as we are up 2-0 after the stop of the first inning. Bottom of the first now. Eichhoff on the mound. Technically our ace according to overall. Pitch, single, pitch, fly out. Goldschmidt, 2-run bomb. Almost the exact same sequence. Instead of a single, it was a walk. But there we go. So 2-2. Fantastic. And a solo bomb right after that to Arenado. Lovely. Fly out, ground out. Okay. Lovely. Single. Oh, hold on. O'Neal Cruz on base. Let's try to steal second. Stolen base. Okay, 99 speed. 6'7". No problem. You'll get with it, RJ. You'll get it. So we have a runner on second. Connor Joe. He flies out. Yamashita grounds out, and Davis strikes out. Amazing. Newt flies out. Paul DeJong flies out, and then another strikeout. Okay, there we go. Clean second inning from both sides there. Hayes grounds out. Santana flies out. Reynolds grounds out. Solo bomb. Nice. 3rd home run of the evening for the Cardinals. We've given Eichhoff's given up 4 hits and 3 home runs. Ground out, ground out, ground out. All right. McCutcheon flies out. Castro strikes out. O'Neal Cruz error gets him to first. Connor Joe grounds out. All right. We're down 4-2. Bottom of the 4th. Ground out. Single. Walk. Eichhoff, buddy, you're scaring me. Paul DeJong doesn't have great contact. And then next up is Herrera. I'm gonna pitch I'm gonna pitch to. I'm just gonna pitch. I think actually, I was thinking pitch around or pitch to contact. Pitch, walk. Okay, Herrera, you're out of here. Eichhoff, we have 1 out. Bases loaded. I hate to bring in such a tough task for Dwayne Underwood Jr. 5.79 ERA, 1.8 ERA for Garcia. Let's go. Yarlin Garcia. Let's go. Pitch, sac fly, brings in a run. Pitch, ground out. All right. That's not too bad, Garcia. PNC Park. No kidding. It's from what I see here in the game, it looks like a nice park. I'd like to go. The only parks I've been to have been the Olympic Stadium and Wrigley Stadium. Swing, ground out. Davis singles. Cabrian singles. All right. Runners on the corners now. Should we try to do a sac fly here from Santana to bring in Davis and go within 3 runs? But we'd still be down by 2. Still a lot of time to play. We play the long game here. Let's go sac fly. Sac fly, thank you. Brings him in. We still have Cabrian Hayes there. Hit by pitch. Runners on first and second. Fielder's choice. All right, we get a run. Dylan Carlson walks. Sack bunt brings him over to second. Arenado walks as well. 1 out. Gorman at the plate here. 1 run scored with an RBI single. I think Garcia's going to come out now. Let's bring in, I guess, a righty. Let's bring in Oviedo. Johan Oviedo. Yeah, he's been doing okay. Pitch to him. Ground out. Nice. Runners on second and third now for Newt, who lines out. Okay. All right. Down by 3 here in the 6th. Castro singles. O'Neill, 1 run scored with an RBI triple. Well done to O'Neill Cruz. Thank you very much. So we have him on third. We're within 2 runs, no outs. I would think that we got a swing here. I don't want to sack fly it just yet. Oh, nice. Cole Caulfield poster for you on a calendar. Lovely. Makes you think of my Subban and my Price and my Koivu and my Theodore stuff on my wall. Connor Joe, I'm going to ask you to swing, big boy. 1 run scored with the RBI double. Single, triple, double. We put some trust in Connor Joe, and we were repaid. We now are within 1 run, no outs, and Hoyt Yamashita is at the plate. He grounds out. Henry Davis, hold on, pitching change. Henry Davis, 1 run scored with the double for Henry Davis. He's 2 for 3 on the day. This game's now tied at 6 with this 3-run 6th inning. Cabrine pops up. Santana grounds out. We're tied at 6th here in the bottom of the 6th. DeYoung will walk. Herrera flies out. Donovan singles. Runners on first and second. He's 3 for 4 on the day. Carlson's 0 for 2. He walks to load the bases. Goldschmidt comes up. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, man, this is going to be a risky one. This is going to be a dicey one. We can't, with bases loaded, we can't risk pitching around. I don't want to walk him and bring up Arenado with the bases still loaded. So, Oviedo, I'm just going to have to put some trust in you, big boy. It's all on you. 1 run scored with a sac bunt. Okay. Dabrowski-Ego, yes, I see you. Do you have a suggestion here before I continue? That's 1 run, 2 outs, runners on second and third. Switch your pitcher. I don't know. Oviedo's been doing well. Oh, wow. And then I meant to go here and press player card by pressing triangle, but I pressed triangle here, which is simulate half inning. All right, he got out of it. Only 1 run given up. There we go. Is the 2030-31 season the last season of the Sharks? That will be year number 9. It'll be the last season that we do as like a 3-episode thing on YouTube. Year number 10 will be our last season most likely, and that'll be a live stream season. That's my plan at the moment. So, okay, Oviedo got out of it. Reynolds now, pitching change for the Cardinals, top of the 7th. He flies out. McCutcheon walks. Yeah, Goldschmidt sack bunt with the bases loaded. That was odd. Walk, runners on first and second. Cruz is 2 for 3 on the day. He strikes out. Connor Joe, 1 run scored for an RBI single from Connor Joe. This game's tied at 7. Yamashita, runner thrown out. Hold on. Let me see here. Game log. What happened here? Brian Reynolds, bottom of the 7th. Okay, yeah, sorry. Yamashita singles to left, and Yepes throws out Castro at home, who was running in from second. All right. Oviedo, you've done well, buddy. Next team for franchise mode is going to depend on what people suggest and the poll. I would think if I had to guess, it's going to be a team like Pittsburgh or Florida or the Islanders. I'm not sure, but it's going to really depend on what people suggest. Last time, popular suggestions were Dallas and the Rangers and the Bruins. That was last time. Oviedo, you've been doing very well, but I don't want to leave you in there for too long. Yepes, let's just bring in anybody here. Let's go with Britton, actually. Let's bring him in here. He has lower energy, but I just want you to do this half inning, basically. Ground out, walk, strikeout. Nice. Okay, so here we are. Top of the 8th inning for Henry Davis, who's 2 for 3 on the day. He pops up. Cabrian Hayes lines out, 1 for 5 on the day. Santana grounds out. Yeah, that Nordiques has been a popular suggestion as well. Britton, I don't want to keep you in there too long, but if you can do something against Donovan, who's 3 for 4, that would be great. He flies out. Carlson will get walked. Goldschmidt, pinch runner for Tyler O'Neill's on there. Pick off first. Pitch, strikeout. Look at you. Arenado, I'm going to bring in a lefty now for Arenado. Actually, isn't Britton a lefty? I should probably keep him in there. Yeah, it could do Pittsburgh to make the connection. Let's pick off first again. Pick off first. Pitch! Walk. Runners on first and second. Gorman he's worse against lefties, but Britton's getting tired now. Pitching change. Let's bring in, don't want to bring in Bednar just yet. Let's bring in Underwood. Underwood Jr. Pitch. Hold on. Pinch runner. Pick off second. Safe. Pick off second. Safe. Pitch. Fly out. We get out. So here we are. Top of the ninth inning, game tied at 7. Brian Reynolds is up with McCutchen and Castro on deck. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Swing against Gallegos. Ground out. Slim, welcome aboard, buddy. No, they did not institute the new pickoff rules. No. That and the pitch clock, not in MLB The Show 23. Swing double. Okay. McCutchen gets on second with 1 out. Here we go. Rodolfo Castro grounds out. O'Neal Cruz. He's here. O'Neal Cruz is here now as well. 2 outs with McCutchen on second. Cruz 2 for 4 on the day. Swing walk. Connor Joe also 2 for 4 on the day. Runners on first and second. Swing fly out. All right. Let's bring in Bednar now. But I don't know. We might go to extra innings. I'm going to keep in Dwayne just for I'm going to give him like 1 mistake. Dwayne, buddy, ground out. Nootbaar, ground out. DeYoung. No. Walk-off solo bomb. To who? Is that DeYoung? Oh, strikeout. And then ready to just end it off and bring in Bednar for extra innings. And it's the solo bomb. And the Cardinals win it. Oh, that's too bad. There's that 1 mistake. New pickoff rules, you can't pick off more than twice. You can't try more than twice to pick off a player. So that's why bases are getting stolen much more. That was an unfortunate loss, but let's keep on going. We lost 4 in a row there to the Cardinals. After starting the season 6-0, we have been 3-7 ever since. So here we go. We have a series against the Rockies now. 3-1 loss, 7-3 loss. Let me see. Let's activate Sawinski. They put him on the bench. Excuse me. Sorry. Actually, do I have enough? Yeah, I have 26 on 26. Sawinski's here's on the bench. He was batting 192. Let's just keep him where he is, I guess. I'm not going to touch anything. Let's just keep going with how we've been. Yeah. All right. 7-3 loss. 4-1 win, thankfully, breaking the 7-game losing streak. Reds now. Keep him on the bench. 6-3 win. This guy's down in, where is this? Is this in AAA? No, AA. All these things in the top right corner keeps popping out. Favorite total drama character? That's a tough one, man. That's really tough. I don't know, maybe DJ or something. I don't know, that's tough. He's out for a day or 2. Keep him active. 3-2 win. All right, 3 wins in a row. Then Mendoza, broken nail. He'll be okay. And then this guy's out. What's all the injuries here? Torn calf, out 2 to 3 months. 60-day injured list. Okay, great. Auto-utilize in AA and scouting side. Okay, so after the 7-game losing streak, we now go on a 4-game winning streak, including 3 in a row now against the Reds. We are 13-9 with our scouting report to update here. 8 new first basemen from International, 2 new in the West, and 6 new in the Central. So let's cancel all of our assignments here. Started Montreal franchise mode in 23. I'm having trouble hiring coaches because I find my team just isn't scoring enough. Well, what's the trouble with hiring? You're not able to hire the right coach? You definitely want to get a coach that's at least A-, if not A or more in terms of his rating. Let's scout prospects in particular now. Let's see, this guy's 100% scouted, 100% scouted. Let's keep scouting these top guys. This guy is draft ranked, unranked, but our scouts have him at number 3. So let's go ahead and scout Edgar Hernandez. Why not? Let's get him scouted a little bit. This guy, who's better at position players? I guess this guy is. Scout prospect. Let's scout the first baseman. Let's go all, and then first base. Who are the best first basemen available here? This guy is ranked 35 by the MLB, but 12 by us. None of these guys are really in our ranges. Oh, that's tough. No, I can't. There's not really any suggestions for that, RJ. That's just, you got to keep trying to hire them, offer them more money. Yeah, what a stash, eh? Barack Jones, he probably wouldn't drop to us. That's the thing. At 42, we probably wouldn't be able to get him at 42. I don't know if I want to risk scouting him, but let's do. You never know. It's not like NHL here where players aren't going to be there. These teams have their own desires, and it's possible. Let's scout prospects here. Let's go back to more first basemen, maybe a little bit later. Yeah, the guy with the stash, definitely. Guys who would be there at 75. Maybe like this guy here, Juan Rivera. Potential 58 to 92, but this guy's 65 to 99 maybe. Jonas Crosby. Okay, let's do that. Starting pitcher and 2 first basemen. Let's see what happens there. And we'll keep on going. 14-3, big win there against the Reds. We sweep that series. My goodness. Auto-utilized down in AA. So we're 14-9. Oh, no problem. Thanks to Red Boy for his help on the scouting tutorial. Here we are against the Dodgers, who are 15-8. Rich Hill on the mound against his old team. Let's go in for this one. Now, I'm going to go through them a bit more quickly, though. That first one was just to start the episode. Let's do some half-inning simulations. I just want to see how we can do against the Dodgers here at PNC Park with Rich Hill, 43 years of age, on the mound. And Red Boy, just in the shadows. There you go, buddy. Shout out to you. Brandon, we'll figure out it. We'll see on Brandon Lowe. We'll see on him. Here we go. Solo bomb. All right, 1-0 Dodgers after the first. 4 runs. Beautiful. 3 runs. Amazing. There's 6 runs. What? I took my eye off it for a second, but I just saw the numbers piling up. Oh my goodness. 6 runs for us. That's what we needed after giving up 4 and 3 in the last 2 innings. Yes, we will be doing the draft in this episode, Red Boy. So let's get Velasquez out of there. Or actually, he already was. Who was in there? I guess Rich Hill was in there. Thompson fly out, Rojas strike out, Vargas strike out, ground. Okay, there we go. 1 run there. Now Velasquez can come out. Rich Hill got pulled, I guess, by the auto manager. Dwayne Underwood Jr., here's your chance, buddy. Walk, fielder's choice, stolen base, caught stealing. There you go. Let's sim through, half innings. Error, walk, fly out, line out, fly out. Nice. All right, here we are in the 8th inning now. We're down by 1 run. Let's bring Britton in here. Half inning. There, very nice. Half inning. Okay, 9th inning. Freddie Freeman's up. Let's bring in Bednar now. Here we go. 9th inning, down by 1 run. Freeman will fly out. Betts will walk. Pick off first, and then Smith lines out. Pick off first. JD flies out. All right. Here we go now. Cabrian Hayes, who's been 2 for 4 on the day. G-Man Choi, who's 0 for 3. And Castro, 3 for 3. We got to get 1 run. We're up by 2 hits, but we're down by 1 run. Cabrian up against Evan Phillips. Flies out. G-Man walks. Castro, I would probably pull him if we get to Yamashita, which we probably will, unless it's a double play here. I'll probably switch out Yamashita. Yeah, Rantanen. Crazy for Mikko Rantanen. Castro, 3 for 3 on the day. He strikes out. Yamashita, we're going to pinch hit. Phillips is a righty. Pinch run as well, thank you. Pinch run. We'll bring in probably Sawinski. Or even, Ji-Wan Bae, of course. Ji-Wan Bae will be the pinch runner. And the pinch hitter against the righty here will be, I suppose it's going to be Henry Davis. Yeah. Henry Davis is the pinch hitter. Ji-Wan Bae is the pinch runner. Here's the question for all of you now. Do we try to steal second and then try to bring him in from there on like a single with his speed? Or do we say, let's just swing and see what happens? What do we think here? Do we try to steal with Bae or do we just swing with Davis? That's a tough one right here. Evan Phillips has crazy numbers. Only 10 innings pitched, but crazy ERA and whip. What do we think here? Yeah, Gwen's good too. Sakic could break the... What was Sakic's record here? You're the Pirates, you gotta steal. Cade says swing. Welcome, Cade. I didn't see you in the chat earlier. Thankful to hear from you, my friend. 1 steal, 1 swing. Any other votes in here to break the deadlock? I don't know. Davis is batting .333. Chase Utley, of course. He's batting .333 on the year. But a single probably wouldn't be enough. We'd have to then rely on Plawicki to make it happen, right? Red Boy says swing. That's 2 votes for swing now. I think we're going to have to go with the swing, and hopefully G1 can just get the wheels on there. Hobbsy says swing. All right, let's do it. Davis, 1 run, scores with the RBI double! Wow, the assistant GMs come through. There we go. This game's tied at 8. Oh my! The pinch runner also came through as well. Thank you to Hobbsy for that one. Huge RBI double, clutch from Davis, the pinch hitter. Wow. So now here's Kevin Plawicki, who's 2 for 5 on the day with Davis at second for the walk-off. Swing strikeout. All right, here we are in the 10th inning now. Chris Taylor, pinch runner on second, of course, as well. Chris Taylor, there's a flyout for Chris Taylor with Outman on second. Pick off second. Muncy. RBI single, flyout, Vargas. Let's just do it. Single, bases loaded for Freddie Freeman, of course. Can I bring in a lefty here? Garcia. Let's see if you can get Freddie Freeman out, buddy. Strikeout! Woo! Well done. So Plawicki now finds himself on second base. I think we're going to have to pinch run second. No one really has a lot of speed out here. Actually, no, yeah. Marcano. There we go. Let's get Marcano in there. 82 speed, 45 steal. Connor Joe, 1 for 4 on the day. We need a run to tie it up, 2 to win. Joe, 1 run, scores on the RBI single right away. Thank you for the pinch run at second. There we go. It's 9-9, and now we're looking for the walk-off. No outs. Brian Reynolds at the plate, and he strikes out. O'Neal Cruz, 1 for 5 on the day. Double play! All right, we're still in here. Dabrowski as well with the $5 donation. Question, can you name how many times the Pirates have won the World Series, plus who are the 2 most famous Pirates ever? Yes, they have won 4 World Series, all of which were done in 7-game series, if I'm not mistaken. And who are the 2 most famous Pirates ever? I named a bunch of Pirates in the introductory episode. Would it be Barry Bonds and... yes, that's who I was thinking of. Clemente. Thank you. Clemente was on the tip of my tongue. I knew it was a batter. I knew, yeah, there's a ton of them. I knew it was a name that I knew as well, not a name that I didn't know. There's a lot of names I don't know in baseball. Thank you for the donation, Dabrowski, and thank you for that question. So, runner on second, Mookie Betts, Freeman's on second, Betts at the plate, strikeout, that's the first out. Will Smith walks. James Outman grounds out. Runners on second and third. Chris Taylor walks. Bases loaded for Max Muncy. Bases loaded for Max Money. Garcia, all up to you, buddy. Strikes him out! 2 huge strikeouts from him. O'Neal Cruz is on second base with his 99 speed. They have 1-5. There we go. Clemente and Bonds are the 2 most famous. Okay, thank you. All right, so now we don't just need a run. Before we needed a run to tie it. We did it twice in the 9th and the 10th inning. Now we can walk it off with a run. McCutchen flies out. Hayes walks. Runners on first and second for Bay. Ground out. Runners on second and third for Castro, who strikes out. I got to make a defensive... Actually, are we good defensively? Actually, yeah, Marcano's at catcher. What am I doing? Switch Marcano with... Can I not switch players? I have to actually switch them out? Like, I'd want to switch Marcano for Davis in DH. But am I not allowed to do that? I guess not. We'll just have to make it happen. Pitch, fly out. Pitch, ground out. Pitch, strikeout. Garcia's just mowing them down out there. Henry Davis now. Here we go with Castro on second. Flies out. Marcano strikes out. Connor Joe walks. Reynolds for the win. Thank goodness. And Reynolds gets us the win in what, the 12th inning? Oh, what a game that was against the Dodgers. Rich Hill's out for a few days with a lat muscle strain. Yeah, I would think after that performance he had. We'll keep him active. Oh, wow. Huge. Dodgers choked in that one. We win 10-9 in the 12th inning. Reynolds getting the winning RBI there. Huge game. Pirates win. Pirates win. Can't even speak. All right, roster. Yeah, thank you very much. Why do they give me all these tips? This was at the beginning of when I started the mode. Thank you. I know how to use the player search. Thank you. I know how to use the contracts for my coaches. Thank you. Okay, we're 15-9, 1 game back of the Cardinals. Let's keep on going to the next scouting, Sunday scouting. 5-4 loss against the Dodgers and a 10-2 win. I'll put Hill back in the rotation. There we go. 5-3 loss and a 6-5 loss. Tough. Next scouting assignment now. Check the wildcard standings. Yes. All right, let's do that. We are currently 16-12, 2 games back. And in the wildcard, where am I going? Wildcard. We're in the wildcard spot right now, correct? Is it? Oh, no, it's just the first 2 teams? But it's tied, or is it the top 3, I guess? No, it's the top 3. Am I not mistaken? Pirates are all right. It's the GM data factor. We beat the Dodgers in the 2-1 series there. So here we go. Edgar Hernandez is ranked 3 by our scouts, ranked 3rd, yet unranked by the MLB. So, okay, we'll keep him in mind. Thank you very much. Barack Jones, ranked 35th, is ranked 9th in our system. So that's interesting. We'll keep him in mind. Data, so I know the YouTube video that suggested the scouting positions is a good way to gather info on a lot of players. Not sure if you've looked. Yes, it's the best bang for your buck, basically. Because I know what position I want to get and where I'm drafting, I'm kind of looking a bit more in-depth just for the last couple rounds. But yes, when you want the most bang for your buck in scouting, you're absolutely right. I'm not totally sure, Jack. We're going to do the draft, and we'll see how far that gets us in the stream. I would think maybe we're going to go up to the trade deadline. That's what I would think. Not the whole season, though. Jonas Crosby, let's keep scouting him. He has high potential, so let's keep scouting him a little bit. This guy who has good discovery, let's go scout position again on him. Let's keep doing the scouting pitchers. Let's go from the East, I guess. Who are we taking first, most likely? I think at the moment, our lead is Gary DeSilva, probably, with that stash. Gary DeSilva, although Diego Castro is ranked number 1 by our scouts, if we were to pick number 1 and we win the draft lottery, I think Gary DeSilva is our guy for starting pitcher. We need to get him in the system. Love that stash. So I think he's our number 1 at the moment. Now, let's see the rest. Any other first basemen who have popped up as we've been scouting here? David Zavala, draft rank 29 scout, no. Maybe Juan Rivera, 71, 77. With 92 potential, perhaps. But Luis Ortiz is also interesting. Let's look at Luis Ortiz. Let's do that. I want to do that. That stash will lead the team to glory, absolutely. I got this friend who's a Bruins fan, always flexing on the Bruins or the Kings of the NHL. Yeah, well, yeah, it's the cycle. It's the cycle of hockey, right? The Bruins are going to be hurting in a few years from now. But, you know, when you have the retirements and the contracts and all that, maybe not hurting like bottom of the league, but they're not going to be where they are now. But for the moment, they don't care about that. 2-1 loss, and now we have a 7-5 win against the Rays in the first game of that series. 4-2 win as well. AAA, keep active. And then a 9-4 loss. We win that series. Now a series against the Blue Jays. I'm going to sim the third game of the series for Hobbsy. First game is a 2-0 loss. Game 2 is a 6-1 win. We'll see who comes out on top. Rich Hill versus Ryu. Hill versus Ryu there. Back to scouting. Jonas Crosby. We learned a little bit more about him. Okay, good to know. Cancel that. Luis Ortiz. So-so. So I'll cancel that. 21 starting pitchers scouted. That's great. Let's go scout prospect on pitchers for this guy. This guy knows pitchers, so we want to get them scouted by this guy. Let's go to around the 40s. Let's see, maybe there'd be a pitcher around the 40s that we also want to get if we take a first baseman later on. This guy could be interesting. Adolfo Almanzar. Let's scout him. Let's go to position player on this guy. We'll go to maybe any second baseman who are interesting. That's another position that we're struggling in. Any second baseman who are interesting in the 42 range? Maybe Fernando Torres. This guy's 65 to 99 maybe. Gregorio Franco. But I really doubt that he's there by the time we get to our pick. Maybe this guy. 97. This guy could be 99 even. Let's scout Clayton Sherman. And this last guy can keep doing more discovery. Scout prospects. What am I saying? Scout position. And show me a bunch of... Scout some of the first basemen in the international. Just keep doing that. All right, there we go. And then we'll do this game against the Blue Jays for Hobbsy. We'll go through it rather quickly. The Jays are 18-16. We're 19-15. PNC Park. Rich Hill on the mound. Here we go. Play ball. 1 run for the Jays. 1-0 after 3. 4th inning. 2-0 for the Jays. 5th inning. All right. Rich Hill's getting tired. Here we are in the 6th. Vladdy's 2 for 2 on the day. Let's go ahead and pull him out of there. Let's get Velasquez in there. Double. Beautiful. Ground out. Line out. Ground out. Good. All right. There we go. No runs. Here we are in the 9th inning now. Varsho. Close it out for us, Bednar. Well, close it out. Just be strong for us. We're down by 2. Pitch, strikeout. Pitch, ground out. Very good. We have gotten 0 runs so far off of 4 hits. Bottom of the 9th. Cabrian. Hold on. Pitching change to Jordan Romano. Cabrian strikes out. Ji-Hwan Bae. Romano's a righty, correct? Yeah. Let's pinch hit here. Let's bring in O'Neal Cruz. Let's get him in there. He strikes out. Amazing. Reynolds is 2 for 3 on the day, and he strikes out or grounds out I can feel it in the controller. There we go. He strikes out. Wow. Blue Jays just annihilate us as we lose that series 2-1. not annihilate us, but they beat us with authority. 5-1 loss, 7-6 loss, 4-2 loss. We are now 500. We're 19-19, taking on the 16-21 Baltimore Orioles. What's up in our pitching rotation here? Who's Brubaker is because Rich Hill dropped in the rotation down to 69 overall now. Eichhoff with his 5.32 ERA. How's the relief pitchers? They're doing okay. Yeah, the relief pitchers are doing well actually. We're doing quite well in the relief pitching. How's the lineup looking? Brian's up to 234, 203 for Sawinski. I would think I want to trade Sawinski actually. He is young, he's 24, but see potential, good power, don't like the contact. I don't know. I would think Sawinski would be a guy that we might look to trade. Get a better outfielder for us, perhaps? I don't know. Santana 288, Davis 286. That's great. Connor Joe 193. Can we get a better left fielder in here? Would anyone really want Jack Sawinski? I don't think so. That's the thing. We don't have a lot of pieces to trade with, you know? If I were to say, let's go to trades, and I say Sawinski, and I say, show me all MLB-ready guys, maybe his age would help out. There's some decent players, I guess. This guy would automatically be like our ace out here. Gavin Sheets, B potential, Yarbrough and Franmil Reyes. That's not bad. Laureano, really? Laureano, who's B potential, 25, 75 overall, 28 years of age. I don't know if I like him, though, with what he got suspended for. Remember that? I don't know. Okay, add someone else in there as well. To steal an NHL term, I think we're hanging around the wild card close to the deadline. We consider a conservative buy, although I don't know if we get that. Yeah, maybe we should wait on buying to see where we are by the deadline, right? Lane Thomas would be an interesting one. Lane Thomas. He's a bit older with better potential. Also struggling a bit over in the Nationals. Love how low 70s guys can be actually a good player using more of the... Exactly. The overall scale. Exactly. I could see Lane Thomas being something I would consider. But at the same time, that's a good point. I'm not going to bring in somebody and start buying if we're going to start going downhill from here. The team has to show me something. They have to prove that they want it. And there's back-to-back losses right there. We're now 19-21, 5 games back. So back to the scouting. Adolfo Almanzar. We learn a little bit more about him. 85% scouted. Okay. Clayton Sherman. Interesting numbers. I'd want to know more about Clayton Sherman. 8 first basemen have been scouted. We're in week 7 of 14. This guy's good at scout and pitchers, eh? So scout position, scout all the starting pitchers in the Central, buddy. Go ahead and do that for me. And they get 3% interest per week. Go ahead and do that for me. Yeah. Let's do that as we keep on simulating here. 2-0 win. McCutcheon out for a week or two. Keep him active. 2-0 win. 9-4 loss. Triple A. Keep active. 4-2 loss. 6-5 win. We're 22-23. Back to scouting. Learned a bit more about Clayton Sherman. Good. 8 first basemen scouted. 19 starting pitchers scouted. Great. All right. Scout prospect now. Let's see. So we know a lot about Gary DeSilva, of course. We know he is probably our #1 guy, but we want to know deeper into the draft. Let's look at all the recommend. They give you according to your thing? No. Hold on. Back to all and then starting pitchers. There we go. Shout out to my most recent draft pick, my franchise, Jonathan Breen, the Great Dane, 84 overall power forward, selected 3rd overall. Let me guess, 5-star shooting, eh? Shout out to him. Nice. Let's go back into the 40s now. If we look into the 40s, starting pitchers into the 40s. Actually, this guy, unranked, but we have him at 31. Rusty Burkhart. Let's scout him. Maybe I'll change the position in which he's being scouted. This guy's better position players. Let's look at the first baseman for him. First baseman, 71, 77. Maybe this guy's around with a 92 potential. This guy's 87 to 98 potential. He'd be interesting to scout in the 100s. Okay, Alex Underwood. Let's scout him. And then finally, this guy back to pitchers, I suppose. Yeah, it just sounds like a baseball player, right? We'll go back to starting pitchers, and we'll look again a bit more deep. There's definitely a lot of starting pitchers out here for sure. This guy unranked, but maybe into the 62 to 95 range. Very tempting. Stewart. Let's swap him in the number 2 slot. Alex Under... Actually, Burkhart, Rusty. How much do I want to know about him? Like 45, 100%. He'll get 100% scouted. What if I swap this guy? He'll get 100% scouted no matter where I scout him because he's just so happy to be here. Is that it? Okay, great. So good to keep that in mind. He'll get 80. This guy will be fully scouted, and this guy will be 55% scouted. Okay, good. So good to play around with the positions in which you're scouting these players. 2-0 win. Here we are against the Texas Rangers. 3-2 loss, 4-6 loss, and finally a 4-2 loss. McCutcheon auto-utilize. We are 23 and 26. 4-3 win, 8-7 win. We're 25 and 26, still hovering around 500. I don't know what that's really going to do, though, Slim. Checking wins above replacement. We're not really... I don't think we're going to make any drastic changes, at least at the moment. Not team rankings. Statistics. Player statistics. Positional players. Wins above replacement. Sort. 2.3 for Reynolds. Negative 0.5 for War, for Joe, negative 0.4 for Sawinski, negative 0.3 for Marcano, 0.2 for Castro, 0.1's out here as well. But Reynolds, McCutcheon, Cruz, Davis, they're pulling their weight, doing well. Connor Joe, not impressing me out here. With his, he's 30 years of age, C potential, not really impressing me. Yeah, and Sawinski, definitely not impressing me with his 187 average, but he's younger. He has more room to grow. So, and yeah, check pitching. Scroll. 0.7 for Brubaker, negative 1 for Oviedo. Nothing too crazy out there for pitching. All right, back to scouting, right? Yeah, I did that there. Haven't bought the game yet or watched much, but scouting. Oh, yes. Very much improved. Very much improved. So this guy, potential 88 to 93, and he's going to go in the late hundreds there. We have him ranked 170, but MLB has him 135. No, it's okay, Slim. Don't worry about that. So Underwood, good. We know about him. Rusty Burkhart, we know enough about him as well. We have him ranked quite highly for being an unranked guy. Do we want to keep scouting this guy? May as well. This guy's good at pitchers. Let's just keep scouting pitchers. What positions do we need to improve on? First base and starting pitcher, I think, is the one that's most important. Second base is also something that we were thinking about. Did I do starting pitchers in the East yet? Or let's just keep going international. No, I don't want to do that. Not scout position. I want to scout... Oh, yeah, that is what I want to do. Not scout new prospect, scout position. International. And this guy can do position players. Scout position. Show me some second basemen from the Central. Let's do that. Go to the next round. 5-0 loss. 5-4 win. 2-1 loss. 8-2 win. Big series here against the Cardinals. 13-8 win. 6-5 win. 2 big victories there against the Cardinals. We're 29 and 28. They're 32 and 27. We're not too far back. That's not too far back. Danny Vogelbach on the Mets. I don't know if he'd be someone that we're not necessarily looking for. I think he's a bit too old for our needs. Where am I going? Mets. Vogelbach. There he is. D potential, 65 overall. Not even playing at all this season. I guess he's in the AAA or something, maybe. Not quite for us, I don't think. Oops, didn't mean to click that. Calendar, yeah, here we are. Scouting. So we know 100% about Stewart now. We know a lot about him. Now, potential's not high enough for me. Sorry, buddy. 35 prospects scouted there. 9 prospects scouted there. Lovely. Let's go back to the pitchers. Scout prospect. Let's just look at all starting pitchers. We're learning more about all of them, which is very good. Anyone who's really... Actually, I want to sort by... I want to sort by top 100 team rank. Who are some unranked guys who we have like in crazy spots or different... Who are some crazy ones like Rusty that we saw earlier? 44, 60, 49. Probably won't be there. Someone who would probably be there in the 70s. Maybe like this guy, Elton Hendricks. who's 81, but we have him at 62. We may want to reach on him. 85 to 96 potential, potentially. So and he has a lot of interest in signing with us, actually. A ton of interest. So Elton Hendricks, we'll go ahead and scout you. I'm going to scout position players here. Let's look at second baseman. Anyone interesting in the second baseman category here? These are all generated prospects. This guy has crazy potential, potentially, but wouldn't be there when we get to our pick, I don't think. Sherman, we had scouted already. Maybe Gregor. Oh, no, then that's it. That's it for second baseman in this draft? That's it? Okay, I guess Brock Scatton, we'll get him scouted. And finally, if we just look at all players who have crazy ranks, anyone with crazy ranks out here? Top 100 prospects, according to, sorry, I want to look at all, there we go. Guys who are unranked, but we have somewhere on our list. That's what I want to see. If they're unranked by the MLB and unranked by us, we're just going to leave them. But if they're unranked by the MLB and they're ranked highly by us, then we may want to consider that. Just looking at I'm looking only at the Pirates draft rank right now, as we go from the back of the class all the way to the front. Many of them have already been scouted a little bit by the general scouting that we've done. I know this is kind of like a long approach to it. Maybe it wouldn't be my everyday approach to it. But we're going to wait until we see somebody. A lot of these guys are both unranked and unranked, so you just leave them. No matter what their potential is. If you dedicate... I don't want to dedicate time to them and figure out that they're nothing special, right? So here we go. Now is where we're going to start seeing that we have our rankings in here. Let's look for maybe double digits instead of triple digits. Someone who's ranked somewhere in the below 100s, perhaps. No, all of them are pretty much the same. All these rankings are pretty similar. Yeah, pretty almost identical out here. Identical stuff. Here we go. Like this guy's the one guy. We already scouted him. 85th for our team, but unranked by the MLB. Then, okay, Benji Geringer, 84th by us, 100th by the MLB, but 61 to 85 potential. I don't know about that. No, our scouts are pretty good, actually. Our scouts are pretty good. We spent some good money on them. They're pretty good. Danny Turner. Let's scout this guy. Maybe 58 to 89, plus rank 82 by us. Was there someone in the 120s? I may have missed it by how fast I was going, but I think we'll just go from there. That took longer than I wanted it to. 10-4 loss. We go series against the A's. 6-5 win, 4-0 loss. 11-4 loss. Keep him active. Series against the Mets here. 5-3 win. 9-1 loss. We'll watch the next game for Dabrowski-Ego. We're 31-32 here. 5 games back. Scouting. All right, we learned a little bit about these guys. 67 to 91. 63 to 85. Danny Turner. We'll keep scouting Danny Turner. Elton Hendricks, though, I like him. We'll throw him in our. We'll keep him in mind. Other two guys. Let's keep scouting those two guys as well. Anyone that I want to scout here. Back to starting pitchers. We're gonna fly through the calendar a lot more quickly once we get the draft over and done with. Just taking some time to get through this. Let's go back to like where we're drafting. 40s, 70s. These guys are already uncovered. Patrick Sandoval, 81 to 97. Yeah, let's scout Patrick Sandoval. Let's do him. There you go. And we want to see this game against the Mets. Mets are 36 and 30. Quick manage. At PNC Park. Brubaker on the mound. Cabrian Hayes is uncomfortable in that part of the batting order. Well, I'd taken him out. Replace player. Let's bring, okay, McCutcheon can hit lead off then. Why not? Batting 345. Why not? All right, here we go. There's a nice run to start it off. We got 2 runs even. There we go. Third. There, 4 runs in the third. Fourth, fifth, sixth. Let's keep Brubaker in there. Good. All right, we're up 7-0. Brubaker's been dealing. Let's keep going. And he gives up 3 runs. Amazing. Then we get 1. Brubaker, I'll pull you out of there, buddy. You did well. Good. Relax, RJ. Relax. You did your work. I wonder if the Angels would trade their Patrick Sandoval. Could be something to look into at a later date, provided he's doing well. Yeah, could think about that. Brubaker, you did very well, buddy. Well done. Take a bow. We will bring in Garcia now. I've been liking a lot from Garcia recently. Good. And then to finish it off, let's get Bednar in here. He's well rested. A nice leadoff triple. Let's just get out of here. Nice! Very well done. We're up 5-3, and I bring up my best pitcher. And we give up 5 runs in the 9th inning to tie this game at 8. What a choker. What a choke. Walk. Walk. We got runners on the first and second. Runners at the corners for Yamashita. He strikes out. What a joke. What a joke. Britton, you can come in here. Walk. Walk. Yeah, bases loaded. No problem. No problem. Peak Pirate. Let's just get out of there. 5 runs in the 9th and 4 runs in the 10th. Forget it. Peak Pirates baseball. A couple of errors in there as well. Yeah, whatever. Up 8-3, we lose 12-8. What a joke. All right, let's see some updates here. May was a tough month in AAA for Carmen Mundenzen in AA, sorry. Hit hard. Luis Ortiz was hit hard in AAA. Cal Mitchell raked down in AAA. That's good. Great pitching from Melendez. Holderman, good. Has to bounce back. Tough month for him. Yeah, we saw that already. Hernandez, Swaggerty tore it up. Outstanding month in April. Good. And that. Okay. Nimmo. I don't know. Would the Mets want to trade Nimmo? Nimmo. 79 overall. Batting .305. I don't think they'd want to trade him. Oh, classic. I already set the scouting. Right? Yeah, I already set it. Just it's still Sunday, so it's allowing me to still look at it. Yeah, let me see the lineups here at the moment. 223. Cabrine, buddy, I tried to leave you as leadoff against righties, but you're just not doing well at all. I want Henry Davis to be playing more. I don't want Plawicki playing so much. I'm gonna have to turn. Is it user settings? Yeah. Let's turn lineups and rotations back to manual. And I'm gonna go, and so it doesn't get changed. Even with injuries, it won't get changed. Where am I going? Lineups. Cabrine, you're out of there. G-Man Choi's been doing great. Do we put G-Man as leadoff? Or Cruz, maybe? But he has 90 power. Sawinski maybe can be leadoff. I don't know. Are the coaches usually not great? Yeah, usually they're not that good. It depends on if you get lucky to start it off. Plawicki, Castro. Okay, let's go... Whatever. Cruz leadoff. He's up to an 81 overall, by the way. Cruz is going to be leadoff against righties. And Cabrine can stay leadoff against lefties. And then, in general, Plawicki can stay against righties. And Davis can come in against lefties. That's already there? Okay, that's already there. Good. Castro at second base has not been great. Who else is in here that I want to get played? Yeah, I noticed that. It comes up once in a while. It tells me that I lost my connection to the network or something, but I just press OK and then it continues. Thanks for that. We're okay. We're all right. Sawinski in left field. Could I put in Santana and Yamashita goes in left field? Yeah, let's do that. Let's take out Sawinski against righties. No, against lefties. No, against everybody. He's batting .211. Sawinski comes out of the lineup and Santana can DH. And Yamashita can go left field. McCutcheon, who's doing amazing, he can bat 5th. Cabrine, actually, he's going to bat 4th. Hayes and Santana can bat 5th, and Hayes can go 7th. So Cruz, Choi, Reynolds. Cruz, Choi, Reynolds. McCutcheon, Santana, Yamashita. McCutcheon, Santana, Yamashita. But then he has to switch with who? Oh, that's why, because he's DHing. So Santana can't go in there. Okay, so Swinsky can stay against righties with no DH then. And we'll go the Castro. Good. Sawinski can go there. Left-handers. See you later, Rocky Mountain. See you, Narf. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great rest of your night. Connor Joe has not been doing well. Sawinski can come in for Joe, I suppose. Even though I don't really want him in there. And they can both stay out again with no with righties DH there. Connor Joe comes out for Sawinski there. Okay, so Cabrine Hayes can stay as leadoff against lefties, but after that we're gonna go Cruz? No, not Cruz. Santana, I suppose. He has good powers. No, Sawinski has terrible contact, but he has better average. Apologies for this taking a little longer than it should. Let's try that. Against lefties DH. Cabrian, Santana, Reynolds. Cabrian, he's... that's with DH. Castro's DHing? No. G-Man can DH with lefties. And righty DH can be Santana, and G-Man's at first base. There you go. So Hayes, Santana, Reynolds. Hayes, Sawinski, Reynolds. No, Hayes, Santana, Reynolds. McCutchen, Cruz, Davis. McCutchen, Cruz, Davis. And we can go Castro, Sawinski. Sawinski, Castro. All right. Thank you for bearing with me. Those will be our lineups for now. Rotation, Eichhoff, Contreras, Keller. None of these guys have been doing well aside from Brubaker. He's been our guy. Rich Hill at the age of 40, still 43, and 68 overall. And the relief pitching has been okay. Yeah, relief has been okay. Britton's been struggling a bit, and even Bednar, the last outing, really ruined his numbers. Relief pitching's been okay. Anyone in free agency out there? I'm always thinking about free agency. Any relief pitchers who have been Jose Alvarez, Brad Hand, Will Smith. We could bring another lefty in here. Wouldn't be a bad idea, eh? Maybe we could bring Brad Hand in here. But Jose Alvarez has the 4 pitches versus the 3 of Brad Hand. Let's do Brad. Let's do it. Brad Hand, are you down for a 1-year deal, buddy? We have a little bit of money to give you. You down for 1 year, 1.4 million? Bullpen? Can I pay 1 year, 1.2 to be in the bullpen? Roster is currently full, of course. So, because someone would have to leave the roster up here as well. We have too many batters. So Marcano probably, he's batting 146 at 103 at-bats. Marcano's going to go down to AAA. So here we go. This is going to be how we do this. Roster, all the way at the bottom. We're going to Bubba Chandler. I don't know. Thanks a lot, RJ. I appreciate that, especially when we're doing the minute things here. I appreciate that. Who can we release here? Hunter Stratton. Yeah, let's release Hunter Stratton, 53, deep potential. Or even John O'Reilly. He's doing well. Okay, Hunter Stratton. You're going to go ahead and get released. That'll cost us $37,500. Release him. And then... what's his name here? Marcano is going down to AAA. Oops, not AA. He's going down to AAA. There you go. He's going to AAA. That leaves, so Tamar Johnson and Nick Gonzalez are both doing well. And he has, Tamar Johnson has the 8 potential, so I want him to stay up there. Scherzer, Ohtani, Stroman, yeah, we'll definitely have some money to play with. Gonzalez has been doing very well, but he's going to go, I'm going to send him down to AA just to help AA. And then Johnson and Marcano can both share time in AAA. So, and then in AA, someone has to get sent down to single A. AA, someone's got to go down. I was a batter, so I'll send down a batter, I suppose. Jackson Glenn. Yeah, Jackson Glenn can go down to single A. Great. All right, now let's go to free agency and try to sign. Let's try to get Brad Hand in here. Buddy, you're going to be bullpen for 1 year. I will give you 1.3 million. He wants years. You're not getting years. You're not getting years, buddy. You're not getting years. I don't care. I have a lot of money. You're not getting years. 1 year, 2 million. There you go. 1 year, 2 million on Brad Hand. Let's get some better relief pitching out here. Brad Hand. Add him to the 40-man. Hold on. 40-man. Max Kranick. Who can I release out here? Not release, but just who can I take off the 40-man? Cal Mitchell. I like Cal Mitchell, but whatever. Austin Hedges off the 40-man. Ricky Brain the Dane. Let's just take Gary De Los Santos off. Removed from the 40-man. Irrevocable waivers. Whatever. Brad Hand. 40-man. MLB. Bang. Pitching rotation. Brad Hand will be in mid-relief. And there you go. I don't know if he'll be great, but we have someone else in the system at least who can try and help out, who is a lefty especially. Auto fix lineups down in AAA. There we go. All right, 6-4 loss against the Cubs, 1-0 loss against the Cubs. 1 to 2 weeks for Garcia. We'll keep him active. 9-5 win, 5-4 loss, 3-2 loss. All right, we're 32 and 37 here. Let's keep on scouting. Draft is coming up. This is week 12 of 14. Brock Scatton, we know enough about him now. I'm not going to scout him again. He's 100% scout, 95% scouted. More realistic approach. Yeah, more realistic, Jack. We're going for the not super slow, but we want to be a playoff team probably within, I'd say within 3 years. Playoff team. Not a contender maybe, but a playoff team within 3 years. Danny Turner, he is ranked 68 by us with 83 potential. This guy, Patrick Sandoval, with 84 to 94. That guy's interesting. So we'll go ahead and cancel. Only a couple weeks of scouting left, so I'm going to spend the last couple of weeks with this being a general week and next week being a specific week. So we'll go ahead and scout the position here. This guy's good at pitchers. Give me some more scouting pitching out of the West. I'm going to go ahead. This guy's better at position players. Go ahead and give me more on... let's look at outfielders, I suppose. We're thinking about moving on from that guy at an outfield. Let's just get a little bit of general information on some international left fielders. Why not? And this guy's better at pitchers. We're going to go ahead and do starters from the East, I suppose. Let's just keep getting all these guys in general scouted more and more. Double A, keep active. 11-5 win. Eichhoff, strained finger. He'll be okay. 10-5 win. Activate. Great. 5-4 win. Man, every day there's something. Strained hamstring. He'll be okay. 5-3 win. Auto-utilize. Marlins want to offer us a trade. All right, the Marlins want to trade us Jesus Sanchez, a B potential, 25-year-old, 71 overall center fielder, in exchange for Mitch Keller, who is a B potential pitcher, 1 year older, 2 overall higher, and a starting pitcher. He's been cold recently, but I like Mitch Keller. I like him a lot, actually. I think he's going to be good for us longer term, although he hasn't been great. I think I'd prefer to keep him. I think if we can just all get a confirmation on that. Jesus Sanchez, batting 197 right now. B potential, yes. Better contact and power against righties. But I would think, although we could use some outfield help, I would think we say no to this trade. But the thing is, at Nebraska, we also have like no pitchers in the system, right? We have a couple B guys, and that's it after that. Quinn Priester. I don't think it makes sense for us. It would be weakening an already weak position. Yeah, Mitch is the Pirate, exactly. It changes screen when they're the ones offering you the trade. It changes left to right to right to left. Yeah, we'll keep the pitcher. But I am curious, how's our outfield really looking? I know we've been focusing a lot on first baseman and stuff like that in scouting. But we do have Reynolds. We do have Lolo Sanchez. We do have Connor Scott, Travis Swaggerty. But we definitely, we'll be looking at outfielders as well in the draft. Yeah, so we'll do that. Sanchez, platoon guy. O'Neal Cruz, will auto-utilize him there. Auto-utilize. Great. 9-3 loss after a 4-game winning streak. All right, we're 36 and 38. 5-2 loss, 7-3 win. And now here's another scouting assignment. Now, draft is in 13 days. 19, 14, and 21 prospects scouted. Very good, very good. All right, scout position. Scout prospect. This guy's good at pitchers. Let's go back to the starting pitchers. Any relief pitchers who are super interesting? I know we haven't really been looking at that. I know starting pitchers, what we're thinking about the most. Anyone with crazy potential? Like this guy, 64 to 98 in the potential range. Anybody else with crazy numbers? 60 to 94? 64 to 98. More of a project. This guy's 50 to 84 in his overall already. But I don't know, Milo Brett, would he still be there when it comes our turn to draft? I don't know, Milo Brett. Let's get him scouted a little bit. Scout prospect. Let's go back to... This guy's better position players. Let's go to the outfield for him. Any good outfielders here? 8, 18, 49, 56. This guy could be interesting. But this guy's the 65 to 97 potential. Ronan Newman. Let's get Ronan Newman scouted up. And then last guy, better at pitchers, but we'll do what we got to do. Also for 73 to 97, we're picking at 42. So Sylvester Caruso. We'll want to scout him as well. 69% scouted, 40% scouted, 50% scouted. Yeah, we'll just have to do what we can here. I want to know most probably again about probably most about Sylvester. Let's get Actually, is he gonna get the same amount of 69 in the 1 spot, 69 in the 3 spots? You know what? Forget it. We'll keep it like that. Okay. So there's one more scouting assignment done. 4-3 win. Here's a series against the Padres coming up. We're so close to 500. One more game. Come on, guess it. We lose 18-15. View the box score in this one. Oh my goodness. How do I read these again? Sorry. Pirates. So Cruz had 3 runs. Almost everyone had a run in this one. Cruz had 3. Choi had 2. Reynolds had 3 runs. McCutcheon 2. Santana, Yamashita also with 2 runs. I was trying to see if you could see home runs in here. No, you can't see home runs. And then for pitching, Hill gave up 4 earned runs. Wow, barn burner. 18-15 loss there. Tough. All right, then a 9-5 loss, I think that was, and a 7-5 win. AA, keep him active. Last day to set the scouts, last week of scouting. That's what I call high scoring, absolutely. So let's see, what do we know about Milo Brett? We know a bit more about him. Ronan Newman. Do we want to know more about either of these guys a bit more? I think we'd want to know more about both these guys. If I remove Milo, I think Ronan and Caruso, I want to know more about both these guys. And then our last one, our last scouted prospect, our final prospect we scouted. A guy got picked overall and he was ranked by MLB at 138. So forget the rankings. Draft the guy you like whenever you. Yeah, exactly. So look at this guy, Edgar Hernandez. He's ranked 3 by us and unranked by the MLB. So we'll definitely be taking him. But just to say, using MLB rankings is like a good guide, but it's not necessarily what is going to be followed. Let's go back to outfielders maybe. Let's get an outfielder one more time. Looking at maybe into the 70s here. 82-96, Mark Hinojo. This guy could be an interesting gem. Why not? Let's just throw some information on him. He'll get 100% scouted as well. Great. Let's get him 100% scouted for dedicating a week to him. And there you go. It's almost time for the draft. 9-7 win. Come on, let's get to 500. Out a day or two, keep him active. There we go. We're back to 500 for the first time in a long time. We're 42-42. 6.5 games back of the Brewers. Look at the standings here in the wild card. We are 3.5 games back the wild card. We're in it. We could consider some deals here. We could consider it. Series against the Dodgers. We're now above 500. 7-2 win. 6-4 win. The Phillies acquire Evan Phillips, wow, from the Dodgers for Alec Boehm, Bailey Falter, and Connor Brogdon. Huge trade right there. Wow. We lose 4-0. Diamondbacks beat us 10-4. All-Stars future games. Very cool. 7-5 win. First year player draft. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. The moment you've all been waiting for. It is time for the draft. Let's add some prospects to our queue, and then we'll get into this one. So if we still have that first overall pick, Gary DeSilva is definitely our guy. The MLB now has him ranked at number 1 as well. So Gary DeSilva, we are going to add him to the draft queue. Yeah, that mustache is great as well. I don't think I'll add any other top guys to the queue. Guys who have been scouted. Definitely want Edgar Hernandez in the queue. We want to get Barack Jones, who's ranked 35th, if he's still there with our 9th ranking. I'd love to get Barack Jones. Let's see who else is here. Ricky Parnell. We had him scouted a little bit. He probably won't be there. I don't know. I wouldn't take him at 42 anyways. Who else do we want to just put in the queue? Rusty Burkhart. We'll throw him in the queue. How far in the season is the stream going to go? We'll do the draft and we'll see how far we get from there. I think we'll maybe stop at the deadline, wait for some suggestions in the comments in the Discord server. Maybe we'll stop around there. Sylvester Castro. I like him for the outfield as well. I'll put him in the queue. Almonds, maybe. Patrick Sandoval. I liked him. Add him to the queue. Elton Hendricks. I liked him. Well, that's probably about it for the queue. This guy's 76-92, maybe. 74-90, maybe. Oh, this guy's unranked. We could probably get him with one of our last picks. Yep. Yeah, yeah, from there we'll probably just see what happens. We'll see what happens. I also want to look at sorting by first baseman. Anybody ever come out of the first baseman? Yeah. All right, so there's the queue. We'll see what happens from there. Let's go to the draft. And here we are. Do we have the first overall pick? Fingers crossed that we get it after the lottery here. And we do, thank goodness. The first overall selection is ours. And let's start the draft. We are on the clock. So let's go ahead and make our selection. View prospects. And I think it has to be... Where am I going here? I think it has to be sorting by back to all players. There he is. Gary De Silva. His bonus demand is going to be 9.1 million. We have 14.36 allotted, so that's going to be tough. It's going to eat into a lot. But stamina, forget the stamina. That probably bumps up the numbers a little bit. His potential is 87 to 99. His overall already at the age of 19 is 68 to 80. Out of Cuba, 19 years of age. Look at that stash. His per nines in the future, I wouldn't say they're super impressive. It's actually a bit unsettling, but his hits per nine, strikeouts per nine should all be great. And hopefully everything else can come with it. I know the stamina bumps up the numbers a little bit. The arm strength bumps up the numbers a little bit. But we'll hope to see what happens. Did he take the... Did he do the doctor report? Did I say that? Doctor exam? Oh, yeah, healthy. There you go. Injury risk is low as well, so that's very good to know. He has 71% interest in signing too, which is big. So let's head up to the podium. With the first overall selection in the 2023 MLB entry draft, the Pittsburgh Pirates are proud to select out of Cuba, Gary De Silva. And here it comes. Woo-hoo! Gary De Silva. Look at that. Woo-hoo! Look at the stash. Look at that stash. Pirates prospect, Gary De Silva. Oh, look at that. I love it. I love it. Welcome to the team, Gary. And let's see who goes second overall. Second overall. Yeah, man, that'll be amazing. Second overall is that closing pitcher that we were thinking about? Esposito? Who's this guy? Frank Esposito, who we had ranked 4th. Starting pitcher, 98 potential. Let's keep him in mind for when we check out the prospects later. Frank Esposito on the Nationals goes second, and then we'll see who goes third. And then after that, they don't do any more transitions. Third overall. What's his name? Hairston going to the Tigers. We had him ranked 7th. So did the MLB. Starting pitcher, Damian Hairston, going to the Tigers. All right, so we'll see how many get taken out of our queue, if any. And we'll go ahead and sim to our next selection. These guys had some interest. Esposito had interest in signing with us, but we end up taking Gary De Silva. Ray Vargas goes 4th, who we had ranked 11th. Let's go ahead and sim to our next pick, and we'll see who went between then. We have 4 minutes, so let's go ahead and just go quickly through these guys. Any crazy? This guy ranked 20th goes 8th. 29th here. This guy ranked 2nd. Diego Castro goes 15th in the end. A lot of our guys are still available, by the way, which is very good. This guy ranked 65th. Wow, goes 16th. 62nd goes 18th. 5th guy, and yeah, the closing pitchers go later. So the guy 5th goes later. Franco goes 24th, the second baseman. That guy ranked 51st, goes 28th. Eddie Gonzalez. This guy ranked 42nd. Yeah, Caruso. I liked Caruso. He goes. Unranked goes 35th. Wow. This guy ranked, the closing pitcher again. And, Almanzar just went. I would have liked Almanzar. I could have seen us taking him. And then and Pedro Feliz. All right, so now here we are with 3 minutes to make our next selection. Do we go for the starting pitcher? I would wait on Edgar Hernandez. We can get him later. Do we go for the starting pitcher? If we look at these guys, we go for Rusty Burkhart, Patrick Sandoval. Do we go for a position player for... Oh, yeah, Barack Jones went. That's true. I didn't look at the names. Barack Jones did go. Yeah. So with pick 42 here, do we take the starting pitcher like Rusty Burkhart, who is... Or maybe even a guy who's still here and hasn't been selected, like Jose Vesperas, who we haven't scouted at all, but is still on the board at 13, who's ranked 13th. If we look at guys that we've scouted, or even just maybe like, I'm looking at the wrong thing, first baseman, no. Second baseman, I wouldn't. Left fielders, probably not. Right fielders, no, I think it has to be starting pitcher. Now the question is, and Milo Brett is here as well. I don't think I'd go him. Now the question is, do we go for the guy who we have highly ranked but is unranked? Or do we go for the guy who won't be here later? Like Rusty Burkhart, he could still be here later. Edgar Hernandez, he could still be here later. 2 mid for your second round pick? Yeah. Another Crosby in the Berg. Connor. Do we go for Patrick Sandoval with his 84 to 94 potential? I like that as well. I think Patrick Sandoval might be the move here. Derek Calvert's interesting. I think it's got to be Patrick Sandoval. He's healthy. We have met this rank around here. And we can just take Edgar Hernandez hopefully with our next selection. Low overall for his age. Is that so? He's 21. He's 53 to 63. Yeah, he's going to be a bit of a project probably. But if not him, I'm not sure who. Like, Calvert and Ybarra are both higher overalls, but they have lower potential. This guy's, his basement on potential is 84. This guy's high is 88, right? Elton Hendricks is also tempting to me. 88 to 93. He's 22, though. I think we're going to go Sandoval. 1.7, but Elton Hendricks has a lower demand for his bonus. Got to keep that in mind, too, for the bonus demands. It's between Hendricks and Sandoval. Pitch, his numbers are like strikeouts per 9. Ooh, I don't like. No, I hate those strikeouts per 9. He is Canadian. That's cool. Patrick Sandoval's Canadian as well. Let's do it. Patrick Sandoval, welcome to Pittsburgh, buddy. Patrick Sandoval, drafted 42nd overall by the Pirates here. Low overall, but high potential. And just our guys that we want later are hopefully going to be there later on. Hernandez, Burkhart, Hendricks, Stewart. Let's go ahead and sim to our next pick. And most of those, I think one of those guys left. Hernandez, Burkhart, one guy left. Elton Hendricks just went at 73. Oh, that's too bad. Elton Hendricks just went. After us, Bauer. Milo Brett went. I see him. Another stash joining the team. There you go. Sutton, Sean Moon. Yeah, Elton Hendricks goes. That's too bad. All right, now at pick 75, I think we pick 75 and 79. We do pick 75 and 79, so I want to pick someone who might not be there after, you know? I'd rather pick someone who might not be there later, like a Kevin Maraville, who might not be there later, with his 85 to 93 potential. Nice, I'll check that out later, Dabrowski-Ego. Do we like Kevin Maraville, with his 85 to 93 potential, 70% scouted? His demand is a bit expensive though, 1.1 million. If we're not able to sign these guys, then what's the point in drafting them, right? First baseman. Maybe we take Jonas Crosby. I could see this guy, 18 years of age, 74 to 90 potential. I think Jonas Crosby is probably the move here, actually. Jesse Kim has 82 to 93 potential though, but he's 22. Jonas Crosby. He plays catcher and right field from North Carolina. Contact guy. Decent power. This guy is the reverse. Alex Underwood. 88 to 93. We would take him later on with pick number 1 something. Eileen Jonas Crosby. But there's even Clayton Sherman here. 75 to 91 potential. He's 18, 6'2", 219 pounds. Overall, pretty solid overall. They generally pop in FA if you aren't able to sign those. If you miss a guy, you can buy it for an FA. All right, gotcha. Thank you. Clayton Sherman's also tempting. Boy. Numbers aren't amazing. Like, his future is well below average. His arm strength and arm accuracy is bumping up his future potential. And it's a large range as well. Left fielders, and everyone's later on. Yeah, I think we'll go Crosby. Jonas Crosby, welcome to the team, buddy. Out of high school, welcome to Pittsburgh. Another Crosby on the team. Let's do it. And then we have our next pick. Chavez and Rusty Burkhart goes. So that's the interesting thing. We're definitely going to take Edgar Hernandez now because Burkhart, who was unranked, the Reds take him 78th. We had him ranked. They had him ranked. Luckily, his potential is 75 to 85. Meanwhile, Edgar Hernandez is the guy we really want, and his potential is 83 to 95, which is also very good for unranked, and his bonus demand is much lower. So Edgar Hernandez, we'll go ahead and take him. Our scouts had him ranked number 3. Great numbers, it looks like, down the road from now. So let's get him on board. Edgar Hernandez, welcome to Pittsburgh. There's another selection for us. Another guy with good potential in there. Now we don't pick for a little while. So let's sim to our next pick, and Sherman ended up getting taken as well. Just a couple picks later, actually. Again, unranked, but he goes at 81. So just because they're unranked, you can't trust that they're going to go super, super, super late. So, yeah, there you go. A lot of players, a lot of teams reaching on the guys that they want now. Definitely. Other teams saw that guy had value. Pick number 109 now. 109. We can go Danny Turner. Let's go all. Danny Turner, 68 to 83. Harold Weaver, 60 to 94. We have a catcher already. We have catchers in our system. Hold on, this guy? No, I saw a draft rank 94. I thought I saw potential 94. So I already took the first baseman. We could go second baseman. Rich Campillo, 76 to 98 for his potential. And then if we look at the outfielders, I don't know much about these guys. No, we don't know much about any of these guys, really, aside from Mark Hinojo, who wouldn't be a bad pick, actually, at 109 here. Wouldn't be a bad pick. Maybe go Mark. Yeah, I think we'll go Mark. Let's do it. Mark Hinojo, 83 to 88 potential. He's a bit older at 23 years of age, but I like the potential. Plus, this is the time where you take chances like that. Next pick, number 139 now. Now it's just pretty much taking shots in the dark. Ranking by top. No, you can't even rank by top, so we're just ranking by all now. It's by MLB ranking, 133, 134. No, it isn't. It's by team ranking, I guess. 135, yeah, I guess it's by team ranking. This guy has 75 to 99 potential as a relief pitcher. So Scott DeVarco, let's go with you, even though we'll see what his potential really is later on. Scotty, pick 139. Now we're at pick 169. Our final selection. Do we go for another relief pitcher who has high potential, potentially high potential? Ed Webster, third baseman who could have good potential. 25 to 59 is his current overall. 65 to 99 is his potential at the moment. It might just be too large of a range for me to risk, but that is a high risk, high reward. Francesco Diaz, 73 to 98. He would want 275K as his signing bonus. Decent future of contact. Their future stats, because the center field might have a really good overall and a potential, but that might be because he's fast with good fielding and can't hit. Exactly. Yeah. Basile Burke. Where was he? Basile Burke at relief pitcher. You know what? Let's get another. Why not? We have only one other relief pitcher. Let's get him. Basile Burke. Let's throw him in there. 19 years of age. And our next pick, and there's the draft. There is the draft, ladies and gentlemen. The final selection. What are your thoughts on the draft and the show? Do you like not knowing if it was a good or bad pick? And unlike NHL, yeah, I do like knowing that because I can go and then check it out later. I don't need to scout them for a year to figure it out, and I can also see it on other teams as well. I don't need to scout them either, so I should be able to go and see that at the next screen later on. Bobby Cuevas goes last. Congrats, Mr. Irrelevant. We'll see what happens in his career. All right, so we'll go ahead and exit the draft, and there you go. It was a successful one, I think. It was a successful one. Okay, we'll skip those notifications. And by the way, just looking at the overalls, Cruz up to an 82, Reynolds at an 86, Eichhoff up to a 78, McCutcheon down to a 74. Just some few updates here on overalls. Yeah, very good. Tamar Johnson's up to an 70, excuse me. It's looking AAA fast here. AAA, yeah, Tamar Johnson, A potential, 18 years of age. Tamar Johnson, he's definitely our top guy right now. If you watch Stuger or not, but he had a guy fully scouted at 85 to 99 potential when he turned out to have 73 because the scouts weren't good. Oh, no kidding. Oh, no, that's unfortunate. Well, we'll see. We can sign draft picks in a few days here. We'll check it out in a second. This guy's out 2 to 3 months in AAA, 60-day. Bye-bye. Okay, skip. Skip. One of your today's the day to sign draft picks. Every Tuesday you can sign your draft picks here. So let's take a closer look at these guys. So good draft, good draft. I can't see other teams. Can I? No, I'm not sure how I'd see other teams and what they did. So Gary DeSilva, we definitely want to get him signed on. So maybe the higher the interest, the lower the demand. I'm not sure if that's true. Let's try and get his demand to go up. Everyone else is fully scouted aside from the lower guys. So let's get these guys we took a shot on in the dark. Let's get them more scouted before we offer them a contract. Let's see what happens then. Oh, after the signing deadline. Makes sense. Thank you. So he already has high interest. And they're all getting 15. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll do that for the next little bit here. So we'll go until after the signing deadline. Maybe we'll stop there. But the trade, that's after the trade deadline, though, isn't it? Yeah, because the trade deadline's up in a few days now. All-Star game, AL defeats the NL, blah, blah, blah. Thank you very much. Good. It's every few days now. Not every Tuesday. It's not every week. It's every few days. Should we check out the All-Star game to see our All-Stars? No, I don't think you can. I don't believe you can. Oh, no, I think if you're in calendar, because if you go to the main screen, now remember, if you go to the main screen, it doesn't let you. But if you click on the game through the calendar, I think you can. My apologies. I should have checked that out. But yeah, I would assume that it was Reynolds. You can see in the All-Star voting here for center fielder, he had the most votes of anybody on the entire team. Wow. So let's look at center fielders of the NL. Is he the only guy who got votes? Is that it? In the AL is Trout and Rodriguez. Oh no, they're just the winners. That's the team. Okay, gotcha. But the voting itself, got it. All right. Sign draft picks. All right, so we're learning a bit more about these guys. Let's keep them growing. His demand hasn't dropped, so I think I'm going to take out DeSilva, remove him. DeVarco and Burke, we can keep learning about them. And I suppose let's learn fully about Crosby. Let's get him fully scouted for another 3 days. So we'll be back in 3 more days here. Auto fix lineups in AAA. Phillies want to offer us a trade. They want to give us Dalton Guthrie. See potential, 66 overall, 27 years of age, utility guy, very versatile. In exchange for Luis Ortiz, starting pitcher, see potential, 24 years of age. Again, I don't think it makes sense to trade pitching for batting at this moment in our organization. Plus, he's doing very well, so I'll pass. 1-0 loss, 7-2 win, 6-0 loss. Auto, sign draft picks. How many times do we have left? We have 15 days left. So we'll keep learning more about these guys. Jonas Crosby, we know everything about him now. 75-90 is his potential. So we'll remove him as a draft pick. Now I'll get Silva back in here. Actually, anyone with low interest? Now everyone has high interest in signing. So I'll keep DeSilva in here just to raise his interest in signing. 1% per 3 days. Meanwhile, actually, if I remove... this is 315 and 215. If I remove him, yeah, it's 5 and 3. So I'll keep the 3 slot empty, and we'll keep DeVarco and Burke in the 1 and 2, so we can just continue to learn about them as we don't know as much. So yeah, we'll just do that for the next couple periods here. 6-3 win, 5-2 loss, 6-3 win. Again, that little thing happened. Apologies. Here we go. Sign draft picks. We'll keep the same. We'll keep the same roster here. Keep both these guys. Continue to learn about them. Finalize the plan. Trade deadline is July 31st. It's July 20th at the moment. Our trade. If I want to throw players on the trade block just for fun, I would throw, like, let's say Sawinski and Britton maybe. Yeah, that's true. Can offer more to increase their desire to sign. That is true. Anybody else we want to throw on here? Some of these guys we signed to a 1-year deal, maybe like Brad Hand, Andujar, Rich Hill. Can throw them on a block. And what do we want? Starting pitching, relief pitching, first base, second base, left field, right field. I want to choose those. Yeah, okay, we'll leave it like that. There's the trade block. Other trade blocks around the league right now. Cal Quantrill, Jesus Luzardo, Frankie Montas. Very interesting starting pitchers out there. Especially Jesus Luzardo with arbitration for their couple seasons. He has terrible numbers right now, but he has B potential. Over on the Marlins, they have him on the block. That's tempting. That is tempting. Like, if we want Jesus Luzardo, and I go to the Marlins and say, hey, you want Jack Suwinski? You have an injury situation? What's up? Oh, he's on the IL. Ah, okay. But the trade value is actually pretty close. They do not like Jesus Luzardo right now. He is getting buried in the rotation a little bit by their other players. So maybe if and when he gets healthy, that could be an interesting idea for us. And he's cheap at the moment. Urquidy, Mateo, any other cheap options for us? Travis d'Arnaud at catcher. Patrick Wisdom, I love Patrick Wisdom. Batting .225. Okay, keep that in mind. Can we see injury reports? Where's that again? Somewhere over here, injured list. There it is. Oh yeah, he's never done well in a franchise for you? Oh, that's too bad. Can I see other teams? Yeah, of course. Marlins. Luzardo's on the 60-day, and he's back in 5 to 6 months. All right, so we're definitely not going to be getting him. Forget that. Auto-utilize. Angels. 4-2 win, 4-3 win. I think let's go ahead and start trying to sign players now, as we don't need to wait till the signing deadline to make it happen. Sign draft picks. These guys now have higher interest, and we know more about them, which is good. He's always just trade bait? No kidding. All right, Gary DeSilva, buddy. Let's try and offer Big Gary his contract. He is interested, so hopefully we can... I don't want to lowball him, but let's go a bit lower. He wants 9.11, but the MLB suggests 8.8, you know? So should I go... Usually, in my experience, I found going 2 ticks down, they don't accept. 1 tick down, sometimes they accept. He has high interest. So I'm going to try 8.96 million. That only leaves us with 5.4, but he's number 1 overall pick for a reason. Gary DeSilva, 8.96. What do you say, buddy? He has decided to sign with the Pirates. Thank goodness. There he is. Look at that stash. Gary DeSilva. Welcome aboard, buddy. Good news. Very good news. There we go. All right. Edgar Hernandez. His demand is going to be much lower at $615K. Let's get him signed on, if we could get him signed in there. Minimum is $615, and he wants the minimum that we could give him for. So, there you go. Offer declined. What? You said you wanted it. All right, bye-bye. Remove him. No, I didn't want to remove him. I wanted to remove, what's his name? DeVarco. Yeah. And put him... Let's keep Burke in the number 1 slot. So, Hernandez doesn't want to sign right now. Okay. Sandoval. Let's get you signed on. He wants 1.7. I'll go 1 tick down. And he signs on. Very good. Thank you, Patrick. Can we get Crosby signed on now? Another Crosby on board. We have 2.98 left in our allotment. Oh, no, we have 3.73, sorry. He wants 754. Let's go 1 tick down to 704, and he signs on. Very good. Who are we waiting on now? Mark Hinojo. Let's just get his interest to go up a little bit. We'll keep advancing. But, oh, no, that would remove interest from Burke. So now I won't keep going on Hinojo. Looks like Tom Selleck. That's not bad. Commissioner Francis Underwood. And I mix up Francis Underwood and Francis Reagan from House of Cards and Blue Bloods. That's a good one. All right, he wants 466. Let's try 420, and he signs on. Very good. All right, let's keep advancing on those last few guys. All right, 1 to 2 weeks. Let's keep them active. 3-1 win. Red Sox want to offer us a trade. Oh, they want to give us Christian Arroyo for Jack Suwinski. I'm open to trading Jack. His attributes have been going up, but he's still batting 191. Meanwhile, Christian Arroyo, we want a second baseman. Ooh, I like this. He's batting 253. Okay, we got to give some serious consideration to this one. He has a lot of different secondary positions, which is great. B potential, 75 overall, and much better attributes than Suwinski. On top of that, he's making $2 million, and he's arbitration eligible next year before hitting free agency. Ooh, I think we got to do this. What do we think about this, ladies and gentlemen? Can I add something to this deal? No, I can't add anything. The Commissioner is a cool nickname. That's true. That would be a cool nickname. No, we can't add anything to it. He's hot right now. Christian Arroyo in exchange for Jack Suwinski. We would get even weaker at left field, but that's always something we could try to address in free agency. Meanwhile, second base, yeah, we have Johnston, but he's not coming just yet. Castro, but even forget Arroyo playing, he could even play right field, and then our right field moves to left field. Arroyo could play in the outfield. So I think this is a definite yes. He's 3 years older, but a potential letter higher and 3 overall higher as well. So I'll wait to see if we get the green light on this one, but I think we definitely have to do it. I'd say we're definitely on board. If anyone has any outcry towards that, I will listen, but I think we're going to go ahead and do it. Sawinski, he's renewable for 2 more years. So we have a lot more team control with Sawinski, but just not super impressed with those low contact numbers. It's going to take a long time to get them up there. His power is great, but he has 5 home runs, but batting 191. You know, so Cade likes it. I like it. Cade, you convinced me. Can I see the return? I wasn't paying attention. It's Christian Arroyo. Bobby Dahlbeck still in the Sox? Yes, I believe so. Yeah, there he is. Bobby Dahlbeck. There he is. Batting 253. C potential. 27 years of age. So Christian Arroyo, who has a lot of secondary positions, better contact. He's 3 years older, but 2 overall higher. B potential instead of C potential. The toughest thing is that he has only 1 year of team control after this year, arbitration, while Sawinski has a lot more. But his numbers are way better than Sawinski's. And I think he'll just be a better contributor to our team. Better contact and a lot of versatility. So I say we go ahead and do it. Let's do it. Thank you to Boston for the offer, and we will accept that trade. Thank you very much. So now in our lineup, now we have, I don't think we have an empty spot. He has low discipline, is that it? 40 discipline. Sawinski had even lower? I guess so, eh? So at this point, because Arroyo, I'd want to put him, where would I want to put him? Oh, we got to play with these lineups again. My goodness, we got to play with these lineups. So, Yamashita batting 236. Who's in right field? McCutchen. McCutchen can play left field, though. So let's swap McCutchen and Yamashita. And then Yamashita comes out. Castro's batting 218, but he's hot right now. Yamashita will come out. He has 13 home runs, by the way. He'll come out for Arroyo, who has good contact. Better against lefties, though. So Arroyo can come into right field against righties. I guess that works there. Connor Joe, he's too high in the lineup. Plawicki's going to bat second. Why not? Connor Joe's going to bat eighth. Cruz, Plawicki, Reynolds. Cruz, Plawicki, Reynolds. McCutchen, Santana, Arroyo. McCutchen, Santana is... Santana, replace Joe with Santana. McCutchen, Santana. Arroyo at left field. Switch with McCutchen. He plays right field. Santana, Arroyo, Hayes. Santana, Arroyo, Hayes. Castro, Eichhoff. There we go. Left-hand pitching. We'll go Hayes, Bay, Reynolds, Cruz, Joe. I'll keep you winning against lefties, but I'm going to move you down. McCutchen to 5th. Choi to 6th. Joe to 9th. And Arroyo in right field at 7th. There we go. Hayes, Bay, Reynolds. Hayes. Was Bay not in here? Oh, he's not in here. Hey, Liam, you're back, buddy. You're back. Back for more MLB content. Let's get Arroyo in here again. Switch him with McCutchen. There you go. McCutchen will be now in the left field pretty much every game over here. So Bay is not in the lineup with no DH. Makes sense because we want O'Neal Cruz in there. So we'll go Hayes, Arroyo maybe? Hayes, Arroyo, Reynolds. Cruz, McCutchen, Choi. Cruz, yeah. Cruz, McCutchen. G-Man's... Oh, because there's no DH, that's why. We can do this then. Davis, Santana, Choi, Plawicki, Bay, Yashida. Okay, there we go. There's the batting lineup. Post-trade deadline. I don't think we'll make any more deals, but we'll see what happens. 6 forward. Hold on, the Dodgers want to offer us something. They want to give us Jimmy Nelson for Miguel Andujar. Actually, I love that, I think. Andujar is, where is he? Left field? Or where is he? Andujar, it would, again, take away guys from left field. I don't know. He would have to get re-signed next season. He's under arbitration. $1.3 million is making this year. His numbers aren't horrible, I don't think, down in AAA. And we'd get Jimmy Nelson, but he's 33. No, I'll pass on that. I wouldn't mind trading Andujar, but 5 years younger, 66 overall. He could be a platoon guy maybe if we needed. Plus, we're already short at left field. So I will say no thank you. Let's go back to signing draft picks here. Does Edgar want to listen to an offer now? Come on, Edgar. You wanted 615. I'll offer you exactly. No, actually, you didn't take that last time. So interest goes up. There you go. 679. Offer declined again. Come on, man. I gotta increase his interest here, I guess. Let's. Well, then it removes interest from the other guys if I keep him in here. Let's see if I can get Scott DeVarco signed on. Can I get you signed on? That would free up some space a little bit. 487. Offer declined. I gave you exactly what you wanted. I hate that. I gave you exactly what you wanted. Let's keep going here. Twins want to offer us a trade after we get bombarded. Caleb Thielbar for Connor Joe. B potential. Yeah, 36 years of age. Pass. 14-6 loss. Mariners want to give us Casey Sadler for Brad Hand. I could see that. D potential 68. What am I going to do with that? Come on. One more day. Cal Mitchell, 1 to 2 months. 10-day IL, I suppose. Rangers, Dominic Leone for Brad Hand. Does this make sense? I don't think so. Nah. Pass. Okay, back to signing draft picks again now. This is the last day to do it. No, we have one more chance after this. Discord, what's in your Discord, buddy? Gotta go now. Wish you a good weekend, and the hype for the new Sharks franchise when the future of Pittsburgh is high. Dabrowski, thank you, buddy. We'll probably wrap it after we sign the draft picks and get through the deadline, so not too much you'd have to catch up on after that one. But thank you for joining us this evening, my friend. It's been a pleasure. Let's give you... we have the money. Let's go. $809K, I suppose, to get you signed on. 75% interest. Offer declined at 75% interest. This guy kills me. You weren't even going to get... You possibly wouldn't have even been signed. Drafted by a team, even. We have the money. Let's just offer them more than they want, I suppose. Let's just get them up to... this guy, 80% interest for Basile. Let's go. There you go. Thank you, Basile Burke. Scott DeVarco. Let's get you to... I still have a lot to play with. Let's get you to 76% interest. There you go, Scott. And Edgar. He'll have to offer him a big contract. We have the money, so may as well. We'll have one more day to do it. Auto fix those lineups. 1-0 loss. Astros want to give us Stanek for Andujar. $3.6 million. He's in free agency next year. No, these are not good offers. Maybe 75 is that magic number. 4-3 win. Red Sox, another trade offer. Richard Bleer. Pass. These older guys. Today's the trade deadline. I don't think we're going to make any moves, ladies and gentlemen. We're 6 games back. We're 3 games above 500. And we're also two and a half games back of the wild card. So I like where we are. And I wouldn't say we're trying to go all in here. If we were to have a crazy run, that would be fun. But I like the team that we have. No one's really underperforming a ton aside from a guy like Connor Joe, I would say. And even for him, like, are we going to have a ton of value for Connor Joe? I don't think so. I would rather just get G-Man Choi getting more at-bats at first base. He's been good. So, yeah. Yeah, we're actually not that bad. It's the data factor. I'm telling you, it's the data factor. And for the pitching, maybe the pitching would be the one thing. But even then, would I go ahead and trade one of these guys for someone else? Maybe Rich Hill, but he's been okay. Maybe someone in long relief. But our mid-relief, our bullpen has been okay. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of teams in the wild card race. Maybe someone better in long relief. Vince Velasquez maybe gets traded. Deep potential at 30 years of age. He's a free agent next year. So maybe Vince Velasquez for a better starting pitcher. I'll see if there's any trades out there. But if not, I'm not going to force it. Vince Velasquez with his deep potential. Any MLB-ready starting pitchers you want to give me? I'm just looking, only starting pitchers I'm looking for. Only starting pitchers. And I may have missed one. Sorry. Let me go back through this. I don't see any starting pitcher. A guy to look at in free agency is Hiura. First baseman, 240 hitter, but can hit 40 home runs. Good. We'll keep Hiura in mind. Thank you. No, I don't see any starting pitchers. What about teams who are offering 2 trades? Whenever there's a team offering 2 trades, I'll take a look. This team's offering 3. No. No. No teams offering starting pitchers. No. Yeah, buddy. You, Liam, you called me I think 7 times on Discord yesterday. Unfortunately, I'm not always living by by the computer. What do you want to talk about? Your hopes and dreams? A little phone call, you and me? No, no, buddy. I have to go through it and do it slowly. I'd have to go with like I could get this guy Bruce Zimmerman, for example. I have to go through it very slowly and find the right guy, but I don't think it would be a lateral move for a guy in the 60 overalls anyways. Okay, so the deadline, I'll go ahead and sim through it. The Giants want to offer us a trade. Jacob Junis. Sri, I do not know what Sri means. Relief pitcher, this is interesting. He's actually someone who would be interesting as a relief pitcher. Hopes and dreams call it data is for Patreon supporters only. Exactly. Sorry, buddy. Again, this is not a bad trade. It's probably the best of the ones for Andujar, but at this point, now that we're so what's the word I'm looking for? Just so shallow at left field, I would say I'll pass on that one. All right, last day to sign draft picks here. Come on, Edgar. Come on now. We have a lot of money, so let's just get him up. Let's get the interest up there. Let's get it to, we'll give him $999K. Let's do it. Oh, and he decided. What a surprise. All right, Edgar, thank you. He's signed on. All of our draft picks have been signed. Very good. Sometimes with a starting pitcher, it'll be listed as an right. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Thank you, Jack. I was a bit too late on that one, but you were right. We could have found a guy with good stamina in there who could have been who's a starting pitcher. Completed transactions. Any other things? Any trades around the league? Garrett Crochet, legend. MJ Melendez going to the Astros. Jock Peterson going to the Marlins. Ian Happ going to the Rangers. Nico Horner to the Angels. And then our trade back there. Yeah, okay. Not too much happening at the deadline. Let's see. Where can I see the rest of the draft picks? Is that going to be after August 1st? Could be, eh? Let's go through August 1st. 8-7 win. Yeah, now we can view draft picks. Here we go. Here we go. Gary DeSilva, 19 years of age with 99 potential. Already an 80 overall at 19 years of age. Whoo-hoo, baby. Love that as our first overall pick. Has the 4-seam, 2-seam, curveball, and slider. Gary DeSilva. Patrick Sandoval now. Some guys will trade pitching clutch for stamina if they want to. I see what you mean, Jack. Patrick Sandoval has B potential. The Canadian, low hits per 9, not good on the hits per 9. Has that 4-seam, sweeping curve, circle change, and 2-seam. Interesting. Then there's Jonas Crosby, but I want to jump to Edgar Hernandez, the unsigned guys, and Basile Burke, 93. All right, so Jonas Crosby, he is our first baseman with good contact, B potential, bit of a project, but he's 18, it's understandable. He has that 81 potential. Edgar Hernandez, 91 potential, starting pitcher, amazing, A potential for him. Mark Hinojo, C potential, 23 years of age, not thinking that's going to be much from him, 77 overall potential. Scott DeVarco, 87 potential, B potential as a 48 overall at 20 years of age. And Basile Burke, at 19 years of age, has A potential, 49 overall, 93 potential. So Gary and Patrick are straight out of the 70s, duo of the future, absolutely. Look at that. He really does look like Tom Selleck. Shout out to Hobbsy on Basile on that selection there. I love it. Tom Selleck, the commissioner. Patrick Sandoval, the commissioner. Patrick, the commissioner Sandoval. Love it. Now, let's look at the other teams. Namely, I'm going to look through everybody, but namely, the first one I want to look at is the Washington Nationals. I'm not looking at anybody. I'm not looking at anybody. All I'm looking is at the bottom right corner, looking for the Nationals. I want to see the guy that they took first overall. What did he end up being? This again. What did he end up being? Let's see. I gotta go through it. I went the wrong way, right? Let me guess. I went the wrong way. Yeah, I guess I did. There we go. Frank Esposito ends up being 89 potential. Whew, that's a big difference. Scouted potential is 82 to 94. B potential, 89 potential. Oh boy, that's something. That's something. So let's go back to scrolling through all the teams now. Let's see. We see this guy was a gem for the Cardinals, 93 overall. Let's see the guys who we wanted as well. Let's just keep note of these guys. Ooh, bust for the Diamondbacks here. If you hold R2, it brings up a wheel. No, I know what you're talking about. It does not, unfortunately. I don't know how to get that wheeled. No, I don't know how to get the wheel. It does not bring up. R2, L2, R1, L1 doesn't bring it up. Danny Turner as well for Washington. Yeah, we'll check them out in a second. Let's go back. Let's just see through the guys that we wanted as well. Tough break for the Diamondbacks. Tough break for the Rockies. Elton Hendricks, we wanted him. He was unranked, and he has 91 potential. Elton Hendricks, we'd love to get him. Tough Ks per 9. Actually, I don't like those per 9s. Yeah, that's why we took Sandoval over him in terms of the Canadian pitchers. Yeah, I don't like that. Despite the potential, I don't like that. Okay, Dodgers, nothing great for them. Nothing great for the Padres. Nothing crazy for the Giants here. Anybody that we wanted? I don't think so. These guys, nothing crazy for the Orioles either. Carmine Franco. Carmine. Let's see. Horrendous. Yeah, that's true. Horrendous on the pitching clutch. Sorry, is it pitch control? Sorry. Sorry, because there's CLT and there's yeah, it's just pitching. Yeah, because it's different. Sorry, I'm thinking between the control is CTRL and PCLT. Yeah, gotcha. Sorry, I was misreading that. They had a lot of picks here. The Bo Sox did. Yeah. Freddie Espinosa, 90 overall there on the Yankees. That's pretty good. Tough pick for the Rays. We were thinking about Sylvester Caruso as a center fielder. He looks good. Beat potential 83. He's not bad. Jays got a couple of good guys. Actually, a few good picks for them. Diego Castro, he had high potential. Wasn't he a guy who could have gone second even? He goes to the White Sox. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, no problem, Red Boy. And I think you can even go back in the live stream. Even while we're live, I think you can do that. Not sure, but definitely after the fact if you wanted to. Oh, wow, Barack Jones. We wanted him. He ended up being 75 overall. Great contact, but low potential. So I guess that was, we missed a bullet there. Dodged the bullet there. Oh, great. You're able to do that? Great. Perfect, Red Boy. Perfect. Sorry that you won't be live anymore, but glad that you're able to go experience it without having to have missed out on it. Damian Hairston, we were thinking about him. He has beat potential. Stewart, we're also thinking about him. He has really low potential. Yikes, 72. Great. So this was a very successful draft, I have to say. Other guys we were thinking about, a couple of good picks here for the Twins. Especially this guy, Vina, 90 potential as a closing pitcher. No one great here. Lugo, Adolfo, we were thinking about him. Wow, and he ends up being 79. Yeah, we dodged a lot of bad ones here. Over the years, I found if a guy doesn't have at least 60 pitching clutch, he's not worth playing because when guys get on base, they're floodgates. Ah, good. Always good things to keep in mind. Thank you, Jack. I'm learning as I go as well. Ahmed Cooper, 89 overall for him. Otis down there, another guy who was Will Brooks. Ooh, a shortstop with 96 potential. Very cool there. Easily the best draft in the league. Just depends on if they get to their potential. Absolutely. Thank you, Walter. I think we had a very good draft, I got to say. I like the Texas draft here. These three guys in the 80s are a good top three right there. But a lot of teams had a lot of hit and misses here. A lot of teams that had like maybe one or two good guys. Like let's look at the Mets here. Their top three picks were horrendous, but then they get Lugo with 94 potential in like with their fourth pick. So some teams recovered, but some teams, yikes. Phillies, terrible picks all the way until their last guy, who was an 88. Then Esposito. Yeah, they got Danny Turner. I forgot the names of a lot of the guys that we wanted, actually. I'm sure we passed through a lot of them. There's Rusty Burkhart. Oh, only 81 in the end. So you know what? We really had a good draft, I got to say. Sandoval and De Silva were great. Crosby wasn't amazing, but Hernandez was great as well. Hinojo, we missed on a little bit. But then DeVarco, 87. Burke, 93. On average, if you take all the actual potentials, make an average per team, I think we're the highest by far. Very impressive, I have to say. Very good draft here. Very, very good. All right, so I'm excited to see them in the lineup next season. For now, we still have some time. We could also look at contract extensions. Contract extensions. O'Neal Cruz. Do we want to look at signing him? He has another year, 2 years of renewable, then 3 years of arbitration. He wants $750K per year. We could do that. We could do $750K per year for another 2 seasons on Cruz. Even 1.5, make it instead of 700 or 750. Yeah, we could do that right now before he gets better. We may as well. I'm not sure how exactly things will change over time. If he has really good performances, he'll change for his 1 or 2 year demand. But let's go through his renewable years. When I'm renewing him, I wouldn't try to get technically. Let's say he signed. Let me break out the calendar, the calculator. Right now he's making 750K. If we want to play games, morale doesn't really matter at all. Actually, in my experience, I've been seeing having the top tier coaching staff. Does he have compatriots? Does he have that? Doesn't really seem to matter anymore. So I don't really concern myself with it too much. If he's making 750K. And we're able to offer him 80% next year, we could get him for 2 more years at 600K, technically. Technically, we get him for 2 more years at 600K. Maybe even less than that in the year after. We get 80% of 80%, right? But let's not play games with him. He's one of our stars. Let's make him happy. 750K for 2 years. There you go. Sign him on. Everybody's happy. There you go. Arroyo, and unfortunately Derek Jeter has retired, Liam. Arroyo, he would be going to free agency. So I would like to get him signed on. We could do 1 year and bring him to arbitration for $2.7 million. After that, he wants 5.4. So I think let's wait and see if he can prove himself first before we look to offer him a contract. And aside from that, I think we're pretty much done. I think everyone else get taken care of during the offseason. So now, I think that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. We're 55 and 51. We're through the trade deadline. Let's finish off with this series against the Brewers, and then let's call it for tonight, I think. Tigers, we lose 8-4 against them. Let's do this here. Now, Brewers 3-2 loss, 11-6 loss. So we lose the first 2 games. Let's try and get back. They are at the top of the NL Central. So let's try and win these next 2 to end it off on a high note. They're 62 and 49. They're a good team. Let's see if we can get a couple of dubs here to end it off here at American Family Field. Rich Hill on the mound, 65 overall. Play ball. All right, let's go half innings here. See you, buddy. 2 runs there for Pittsburgh. Very good. 2 runs again in the third. Very nice. 1 run for Milwaukee. Let's go through this one. All right, so Rich Hill, he's getting a bit tired. I'll give you a mistake. Ground out, strike out, fly out. Amazing. Thank you, Rich. All right, I think I'm going to pull you out now. Mistake or not, you did 5 innings strong. Let's get somebody else in here for the 6th. Yelich, followed by Contreras and Tellez. Yeah, let's get someone with some better energy in here. Vasquez is already tired. Let's get Garcia in here, maybe? Yeah, let's get Garcia in here. Garcia, fly out, walk, fly out, strikeout. Very good. Reynolds, nothing. 3 runs, yikes, for Milwaukee. No runs there. Garcia, you're coming out. And I was going to play when traveling, but I can't think. Yeah, that's true. I'm not sure on the Switch. I'm not sure how it would run, honestly. Let's bring Britton in here. Britton, strikeout, line out. Good. Tie game, top of the 9th inning. Fly out, single. Here's Cruz on first. Plawicki strikes out. Reynolds, 1 run scored with the RBI double. We're up by 1. McCutchen pops up. Here we go. Here we go. Bednar to close it out. Mitchell, Anderson, and Turang. Here we go. Mitchell strikes out. Anderson walks. Runner on first for Turang, who's 0 for 4 on the day. Single, runners on the corners now for Christian Yelich, who strikes out. Contreras is now down to the final out. 1 run sends it to extras. 2 runs, it's a walk-off for the Brewers. William Contreras, 2 for 2 on the day. Bednar gives up a run, an RBI single. He's 3 for 3 on the day. Rowdy wins the game with a walk-off. Bednar chokes. Congrats, Bednar, as he takes the loss. Reynolds is a star. We need a nickname for him. But we choke late. Garcia and Reynolds choke it for us. Amazing. Too bad. These are big games. These are games we gotta win. We gotta win some of these guys. Let's go. Eichhoff now to try and get us a win to end off the series and to end off the episode. Here we go. Still in Milwaukee.
Play ball.
Let's do it. 2 runs. Great. 8 runs in the first inning for Milwaukee. Oh, man. 3 runs in the second. Amazing. Eichhoff, you're out of there, buddy. Velasquez.
Now pitching for Pittsburgh. Number 27.
The Bednar.
Vince Velasquez.
All right, 3 runs gives us something. Pitch, single. Yeah, you're out of here. Yeah, Bednar has not been impressing me. DeYoung, get out of there. Good. 1 run. No runs. Ground out, fly out, strike out. That's good. There's a run. We got 7 runs. That's great. 7 runs. But too bad we gave up 11 in the first 2 innings. Single, strikeout. There you go. Double, ground out. Error. Runners on the corners for Urias. Bednar, let's see if you can choke it again, buddy. Fly out. Strikeout. Walk. Connor Joe pops up. And Cabrian, let's try steal second. Why not? Let's end it on a caught stealing. Why not? All right. 12-7 loss. We're not ending off the episode like that. That's for sure. Let's go. Let's do it this series against the Braves. Auto-utilize. Let's go. 7-3 loss. 3-2 loss. Auto. 12-4 loss. Wow. 8-5 loss. No, we're not going until we get some wins going together. This is disgusting. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay, good. Good to be careful, RJ. Very good to be careful. All right. 10-8 win. 4-3 win. Let's end off with a series victory here against the Reds. Come on now. 2-8 in our last 10. We were on like was that a 10-game losing streak or something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-game losing streak. That's disgusting. Come on now. Let's end it off with a win here against 100-mile-per-hour Hunter Green. Let's end it off with a victory at PNC Park.
Let's play ball.
Let's do it. First inning. Nothing there. Second inning, Cincinnati gets 3 runs in the second. We get 2, though. That's good. About to end the stream and goes on a 9-game skid. Come on now. Boy. All right, 6th inning now. Mitch Keller. How you doing, Mitch? Let's see what you can do. Single, strikeout, single, runners on the corners. You're out of here. Mitch, you're done. Let's get Brad Hand in here. Brad, there you go. There you go. Good stuff, Brad. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Brad. 4 runs. There you go. What's wrong with this team? All right, we got 2 runs there. And Brad, I just kept him in there in the end. Let's get Britton in here just to see if we can hold them around. There we go. All right, it comes down to this. Reynolds, McCutchen, and Santana were down by 2 runs. Strikeout. Hit by pitch to get on first. Santana walks. Runners on first and second for Christian Arroyo. Fielder's choice. Runners on the corners. We need 2 runs. Cabrian Hayes. Ooh, RBI single. It all comes down to Connor Joe. We might pinch hit here. He's 220. He's 2 for 4 on the day, but the 226 hitter. I don't know if I trust him here. Alexis Diaz, the righty. Maybe G-Man Choi comes in here, or possibly even Ji-Hwan Bae. Maybe. No, I think it's got to be G-Man Choi. Big G-Man Choi. Let's do it. Pinch hitter. It all comes down to this. G-Man Choi. Down by 1 run. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. G-Man Choi swings his bat and strikes out.
3.
G-Man, buddy. Good old G-Man. You tried. All right, so we'll stop it there. We're 57 and 61. That was not a good end to the stream here as we go 2 and 10 in those last 12 games. We're now 9. Forget the NL Central. How's it looking at the wild card? Wild card, oof, 8 games back. I would say we're not going to be making it this season. I like the Arroyo pickup for next season. I like the draft picks for next season, absolutely. I think we're in a great spot to be competing for a postseason spot next season, especially we'll have some money to spend in free agency, but I wouldn't say this season is looking too hopeful. They have the same relationship with Brad Hand as Patrick Waugh had with Jacques Demers, keeping in there to teach him a lesson. Very good. That's exactly what it was. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it was a bit of a longer stream than I thought it would be, especially on a holiday. I hope you've all been having a wonderful Good Friday and a great Easter weekend ahead. We'll go ahead and end it off there. Next week at this time, 8 p.m. Eastern, here on the channel, we will have I don't want to call it the second half, but the final stages, I suppose, of this 2023 season before we head into the off season. So that might be a shorter stream as well. We'll go into some games. We'll try to push for the wild card. We'll do our best. We'll see what happens, but we'll be back here next week at the same time, Friday evening. On top of that, look forward to the Sharks 2030-31 year number 9 simulation coming out, I would say probably for Monday if I had to guess. We'll see what happens there. So everyone have yourselves a wonderful weekend. Thank you for spending the time here this evening. Hope that you enjoyed it. Leave all your thoughts for the rest of the season or into the off season down in the comments below or over on the Discord server. Remember that our lineup is looking like this at the moment against righty DH, righty no DH, lefty DH, lefty no DH, and finally the pitching rotation is looking like this. Take care, God bless, happy Easter. Same to you, Walter. Appreciate all of your involvement and you spending the time this evening. For those of you who are always in the shadows and lurking out there, I always appreciate you as well. But if you're throwing in the suggestions, it's always nice to not be talking to myself as much as possible. Thanks to Cade. Same to you. Any suggestions, be sure to leave them. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time this evening. Happy Easter to you all, and we'll talk soon. Good night.